Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the semi-final of Super Rugby Pacific. Crusaders taking on the Chiefs. This was actually the final that we did see not too long ago for Super Rugby Aotearoa, but these two sides, they are meeting again for a very exciting matchup. The Crusaders at home in finals football are extremely hard to beat, so we'll have to wait and see exactly how this match does end up going. But I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're all excited for this match as well. That is only sitting about 13 minutes away from getting us to the kickoff. But first of all, we will look through at the home side. The Crusaders, they are going to be as follows: George Bauer, Cody Taylor, and Ollie Jaeger as the front row. Then it is Scott Barrett and Sam Whitelock slotting in as the locks there. And then Pablo Matera, Tom Christie at 7. That is due to that injury of Ethan Blackadder. It does seem like maybe he will be missing for some of the All Blacks tests as well. Then we have got at number 8, it will be Cullen Grace, the youngster, getting to slot in there to close out the 4-pack. Then the back line will be Bryn Hall at number 9, Richie Moonga slots in at 10, David Arvili at 12, Jack Goodhue at 13, who did recently return from his injury. It's been looking pretty good since coming back. Lester Whainānuku out on one wing, Sever Reese out on the other, and then Will Jordan slotting in as the fullback for the Crusaders. And he will more than likely score himself a try in this matchup, as he often does whenever he plays in finals rugby. Then we have got there in the chat also Ali Fresh, Paddy Wagon, Spider Mech, also Bullabosso, and there says Graham, welcome in, and also Xavier's here. And Ali Fresh said, nice suit. Thank you very much, mate. We are always wearing the suit for the finals playoff games. And yeah, we have got another one here. So I decided might as well dress up. We did actually have Isaac round for some of the quarterfinals, and he joined me. And I've just realized that this might not be a good idea because it's quite hot in the lounge, and I'm wearing a full-on suit. So I'll probably end up sweating by the end of this match. Definitely if it's a close one. This game certainly could be. Looking through at the Chiefs lineup now, Aiden Ross slotting in at number 1, Samasoni Takiaho at 2, and then Angus Ta'avao as the number 3. Brody Retallick and Tupavai, 2 ex-All Blacks, will be hoping to get themselves in that squad to take on the Irish, and not too long at all. Then Summer Penny Finau, Luke Jacobson, and Peter Gusto Akula. So no Sam Cane in the starting lineup, but he will be coming off the bench instead in the later stages. Brad Weber slots in at 9. That man is in some lightning form at the moment, so it will be interesting to see how he goes. Then also Bryn Gatlin at 10, Quintapai and Alex Nankerville making up the midfield, Jonah Lowe at 10, Nana Satoro, and then Josh Ioane there as the fullback. We have got there in the chat, come on, the Chiefs says Rugby Hitch, and also the Chiefs win. This will be a huge upset. Exactly right. I also say Whitelock out with a thumb injury, says Kyle. So that is a last-minute change. So we'll quickly get those lineups back up. So I assume, is it Dom Gardner or Zach Gallagher who does get to slot in for him? Do let me know. And go Chiefs there. And love the podcast, says Xavier Brown. Yep, the podcast recently coming up on the Kiwi Lads gaming channel. In fact, it was. But that is the one that we are going to be doing each week. It will be coming out on a Wednesday. So be sure to keep an eye out for those ones. We will be talking about the semi-finals and also just a whole heap of random stuff, as some of you guys will know who did get to see it. But looking through now at the reserves, this is going to be where the money is made and where championships are won for both of these sides. The Crusaders looking strong as ever. Brody McAllister, Tamaiti Williams, Fletcher Knowles, Zach Gallagher, but he might be in the starting lineup now. Then Corey Gallo, Mitch Drummond, Braden Enor, and George Bridge. So interesting that they have left out Fergus Burke as that fly half cover. They feel that maybe Richie Moonga will be able to have an 80-minute performance here up against the Chiefs. Then looking through at the Chiefs, Bradley Slater, Ollie Norris, George Dyer, Nato Akoi, Sam Cane returning once again. That's not Ollie, that's Xavier Rowe. Then also Rameka Poihapi and Chase Tiatia as the last guy in that bench of the Chiefs. But yeah, there might be a couple other late changes we will just have to check out and see how it goes. And also Yo-Yo says Ollie and go the Blues, says Alo. So I guess, Alo, big question for you here. Who would you rather play in the final, the Chiefs or the Crusaders? I feel like I probably know the answer, though, because one of those sides you were able to beat 25 points to 0, and the other side it was a lot closer in that matchup, but you were able to beat them at home. So that is another thing to consider going into that next stage. We have also got their Blues versus Crusaders in the finals, I reckon, says Ali Fresh. And also, evening, everyone. Hope all is well and warm. How's it, Amish? Or how's it going, the Kiwi Lads? Says Nathan. Doing very well. Thank you, mate. I decided to wear the suit. It's starting to get quite warm in this lounge with the fire going. So we'll see how we go. If I'm sweating by the end of it, you'll know why, because it is currently probably like 20-something in a lounge. And also, Chiefs going to spank the Satyrs home in front of the Cantabrians, we'll go with, from Johnny Blazey. But hope you are doing well. And Michael Wells has left the Rebel sign with the Force. And now I have just seen that notice come through my phone about him signing with another squad. There's actually a few transfers going on at the moment in Super Rugby. So it will be interesting to see how it does end up going. I've seen Kane play a lot in the rain and the King Country Rams team. He's brilliant, says Louis. Yeah, he is going to be class off the bench, only less than 10 minutes away from this match getting underway, ladies and gentlemen. Do let me know your score predictions and who will be able to score the first try as well. I know that the Chiefs kit is sitting behind me currently, so I haven't actually got it on, which normally when I have it on, they win a lot of their games. In this game, we'll have to wait and see whether that streak will continue. Go Crusaders. So here's the Kiwi Adventure Kit, and I should mention the Crusaders in their quarterfinal match able to beat the Reds. The Chiefs in their quarterfinal match were able to beat the Waratahs. Very similar score lines because we did see 39-15, and then the other side of things was the Crusaders 27-15, so pretty close. And the Blues versus the Chiefs, says Arlo there. And also, I'm nervous about this game, says Novmum. And the good news, Novmum, is if the Chiefs win and the Brumbies win, you will get a home final for the Chiefs. So if that does somehow happen, which would be upset after upset for these games, would you go to that final at FMG Stadium? I'm pretty pissed with Wellesley leaving the rules legit. Was one of the few that showed fight in every game, says Amelia. And also we have got there Ripperua Rams, and also Chiefs, says Graham, and also looking sharp, Amish tonight. Good luck, Chiefs. You got this. And also up the Chiefs, says Luai. So I think I saw a stat in finals rugby, the Crusaders are about 26-0 at home. That might be a wrong stat, but if that is the case, that call is going to really annoy me the way that it's sitting. It doesn't quite look right, does it? So we'll just go like that. There we go. That looks a bit better. And also for sure, I will go an evening Amish the tie. Looking outstanding, says Mr. JJ. Appreciate you, mate. They've got the old double Windsor going for this match, as it is a big one. Finals football. I might even consider wearing it for Leinster versus the Bulls at 6:35, but we will hopefully be covering that one on the channel as well. And then plus, hopefully a little bit of the cricket that is coming up later on tonight. And I'm planning on doing an active support for the Rebels next season, says Xavier. So, yeah, that would be pretty cool, getting your way into, I guess, just the eye line of some of the players and whatnot. And also, Tupavai is going to dominate Whitelock and Scotty B. And Bastian Cowbell says it was a Mr. JJ up the Chiefs. And also Go Crusader, says Vasiti. And also, AQ lads, I'm thinking I'm more busy than you, says Brandon. I wouldn't put it past me at this stage because I have probably, I slept for 22 hours, so that's probably pretty impressive for anyone, really. So if you're talking last 24 hours, you have definitely done more than what I have done, as my eyes were closed for a majority of that 24 hours. And I'm a part of the active support for the Rebels. And also we've got the Crusaders are predictable. Same for the past 3 to 5 years. I think the Chiefs could get an upset in the Blues versus Leinster. That would be a clash. It certainly would be. Whitelock is out. Yeah, thumb injury, I think someone said just a little bit ago, I should say. And I'll say, yeah, this will be epic. And also Chiefs, says Johnny Long and Strong there, but they are showing the hype package. This match is going to be a huge one, and both of these sides want to win it. Super Rugby Aotearoa. We saw a game affected more by rain, and that really changed the way that both sides played. Whereas this game, for me, the Chiefs have nothing to lose, and they've got so much to gain. They could win themselves a massive semi-final clash. Crusaders 24, Chiefs 21. And the Brumbies versus Blues on Rugby Challenge 4. Brumbies were winning 17-0, then they come back, voting clutched at the end. And the Blues won, says Ali Fresh. And also Waikato Cowbell, and also Beachy, my left on the Chiefs upset. The Crusaders at home, says the boy there. 5K on Crusaders. Let's go. Hope you're doing. Oh, how you doing, Amish? Says Aiden. Probably better than you. How much is that paying? Because that would be hardly any, won't it, Aiden? Like, you would have been better off probably backing a $2 underdog in the NRL for $5 and you'd make more. And also, good evening, brother Hamish, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for having me here, Hamish. You looking sharp tonight. I really want the Chiefs to win. This is going to be the hardest game ever. And please be snow, says Louis. Tell you what, it's not too far off, I don't think, because it's currently very cold here. And I take it on YouTube, says it was Brandon, $1.23. Geez, that's not terrible odds. But still, I don't know whether or not I would have had 5,000 on it. And also, I just need some dark shades. Hamish, secret agent. They're a bit large overall, but I guess, it's not too bad. I got to look down or else then I'll show you the screen and that will get me in trouble. So I just look like I'm kind of perving on someone. At this stage of Hamish, sorry, says Nazi Williams, and also finally got my greasy mitts on Rugby Challenge 4 for my PlayStation. I've already got it on my Xbox, but finally decided to get my greasy mitts on it for PS4. And also, who's refereeing? I hope it's an Aussie, says Louis. I will let you know in a very short moment. But first of all, late change, and it is Zach Gallagher going in that starting lineup for the Chiefs. If you're wondering why, or in the Crusaders lineup, if you're wondering why I look like I'm looking down, so that I don't reveal the screen, because I don't think Super Rugby would hesitate to get rid of us just like that. But I've got a different pair, which you probably can't read through anyway, and that is these ones, because I can't read through them. And that is why I normally don't wear them for the chat, because I have no idea what that says. We've got an abundance of glasses, hats, all sorts, pretty much just random stuff. And also Pervin glasses, nice one, brother, says Johnny Longstrong. And also I think all of New Zealand except Christchurch want the Chiefs to win. You're going to watch the cricket tonight? I certainly am. Hopefully we will be able to do some of the live stream for that one. And also the winner of this match will win the Super Rugby Pacific title, says Jeter. Big, bold prediction, but I'm liking it. And also Dick of the Day says this to JJ. I win that every day, mate. That is pretty much like anyone trying to take it off me. I somehow just up the dick a little bit more. That sounds really weird, but I think I can hang on to that for a little while overall. But currently, Denai Satoro is there at number 11 and Sever Reese at 14. So they're going to be matching up. And where's Christchurch is at the other islands down by Antarctica somewhere, says Tapua. So pretty much, I guess, best way of describing it is anyone in Canterbury, they are wearing red and black right now. Anyone outside of Canterbury are wearing the Chiefs kit because it seems to be everyone wants a change. It sounds wrong, but all good. It did a little bit, didn't it? And also some people actually need those glasses to see. Says Obi, not quite these ones. These are more of those ones like the Trailer Park Kid, or the Trailer Park Boys ones, if you guys know what ones those are. And oh, well, that Gallagher kid, 198 centimeters, 120 kgs, 20 years old. At the moment, the Crusaders, they are walking out. Okay, it's raining sideways, 37 degrees or 37 kilometers of wind. So pretty much the gist of that is, for me, that brings a little bit more deception into this game. I sound a Brokeback Mountainish, and also has it snowed in Waimea Hamish. I don't believe we've got snow just yet, but it sounds like it's cutting up pretty rough. We have definitely got the wind that Christchurch have got now. Bubbles, that is the one. And also the fans are split evenly, 48% for the Chiefs and 52% for the Crusaders for the winner of the match. And also Nuzzy Bruh says that Johnny Long is strong. At the moment, the Crusaders results against the Chiefs, they have been unable to beat them, but the Crusaders, they are beatable at FMG, oh, that's a lie, not FMG Stadium, at OrangeTheory Stadium. We saw it earlier on in the season, and it was none other than the Blues who were able to get that job done, but Scott Barrett getting to lead out the side. The late change of Sam Whitelock due to an injured thumb, it does mean that it is going to be Zach Gallagher there in the starting lineup, and also we've got there, can you read my messages? I will try my best, but it is going very quick at the moment. I will Jordan to score a try. Says Aiden also got a new role on the YouTube channel. See a show, you get down 5 weeks, no live streams. You just have the snow or adjust the shows, and also watching from Colombia. Appreciate the content, says the boy, and I appreciate you being here, mate. Oh, what time is it in Colombia? It must be early morning start, is it? Well, you guys, the Chau says Tamakoha. Hopefully I've said that correctly. And also Tupawai is a beast next to the T-Rex, Brody Retallick. This game is only moments away, and I'm nervous for both of these sides. Rain, keep on raining. Brad Weber to score a try. I don't know whether or not that was like maybe like a rhyme, but if it was, it made sense to me. And that is that Brad Weber hopefully will be able to run in a try throughout this match, but we will move our game over to our other screen so that we can see exactly what is happening. On there, one moment, we'll go like this, and we'll go like that. There we go. And also, why am I so nervous? Says Aiden, probably because you got 5,000 on the game. I would think might have a little bit of something to do with it. And also, Chief Cheese, and also watching from France, says Powerhouse Rugby. Yeah, we are actually, I'm hoping to do one of the top 14 playoff games, which is La Rochelle versus Toulouse. I'm hoping to squeeze that in later on in about 36 hours time or somewhere around there. And also Juan Dale has said hello, welcome in at 2 a.m. at the moment, says the boy. And also once my beloved Chiefs win home final, says Mr. JJ, only way for the Chiefs to get the home final, that is if the Brumbies are able to beat the Blues in the game tomorrow night. But we will be covering that one on the channel as well, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I feel like I'm talking in fast motion at the moment. Nick Berry in charge of this one. Brendan Pickerel, Jordan Way, and Chris Hart on the TMO. Good morning, all. I'm sanding an uneven bit of plastering on site tonight. Here's Eric. It looks like Crusaders at the moment, 26 from 26. That is absolutely huge for a record in playoff games. And also, Hamish Hawaii, how we go, or here we go again, sorry. And also, we'll be doing the Rugby Championship semis tomorrow. I certainly will be. And we will be covering that game probably around that same time of about 6:50 when we do start it. Okay, the Chiefs have never won a playoff game away from home. Chiefs versus Blues in the final. OMG, I'm going to be nervous. Says Johnny Long and Strong, but we are just about to get underway. Super Rugby Pacific semi-final. Crusaders taking on the Chiefs, taken nicely by Bryn Gatlin inside of his 22. And the Chiefs, they have got this ball. And that's one thing that they're going to have to do a lot throughout this game. Hang on to it, not give the Crusaders any half inch in a breakdown, because they will look to steal it. And also, Hamish, did you catch the Black Ferns beat the Wallaroos? I did see the highlights of that game. I actually didn't realize it was on Sunday. I thought it was a little bit later, so I ended up missing it because I was sleeping, unfortunately. Will Jordan trying to go straight through. And that was unfortunately me sleeping, not unfortunately Will Jordan making its way through the gap, because we're going to see that quite a bit today. Running forward, George Bauer. Now hanging on to this one. One moment, I've got to pass over some headphones to the side. Lester Whainānuku do it all right there. And also we've got there doing it wrong. Says George Meyer. And also we've got there the Chiefs win it. It'll be less than 7. Says Nav Mamor. Big shot on the spine of Samapeni Finau. In fact, that was actually Samasoni Tokiaho. Now Brad Weber looking to put up the box against Road Chiefs. Says Anazi. And also low says Wandale. I'll put up high as it was taken back into the 22. They do have to make sure this one stays in the field of play. Will Jordan unable to take it cleanly, and it's a knock on. Retallick back to Ross. Now Gatlin with the sling and wide pass. It looks a bit awkward for Josh Ioane, but he's been able to take it. He's got 3 Crusaders lining him up. Pablo Matera has been able to make the tackle when they're going back for the penalty. And also read my comment, please, says George. And there as well for you were doing it wrong. I am. Normally I have got a friend in a suit with me, but Isaac's missing. Sadly there, and I was reading my comments, says George. And also I was trying to find you on YouTube, the All Blacks women's team, bro, as I watched 2 sets of who, and also you slide dog, says George Meyer. And also we got there, I'm looking what you do, George, says Brandon. Currently plenty of rain, plenty of wind falling currently at the ground at the moment, sitting about 30 meters out from the line, and the Chiefs are going to have the scrum feed, and George has a boo-boo, and there says the boo, and also go Chiefs go. Says Reed. I feel like there's going to be a few scrums in this match. And also, who's winning tomorrow's clash? Oh, it's a hard one to pick. At the moment, I look at this fine young man. Says Betty, and also bring the cat, says Mr. JJ. And also, let's go, says Rio Gamer. 15,000 in attendance. That is a pretty good crowd for the wind and the rain that we have got at OrangeTheory Stadium in Christchurch currently. But Weber goes across now. Off to Quinn Tupai, a man who wants to make sure that he gets selected for the All Blacks. And Chicken's Mana. And there as well says Rio Gavin, also Hamish, and also go Chiefs. Simon Penny Finau off to Samasonu Tokiaho. Good run for the Chiefs. Have actually not really allowed the Crusaders. Oh, it's a drop ball. That's going to do it. And now it's going to be the scrum feed for the Crusaders. Just as I was about to say, they haven't allowed them to get the ball yet. Now it is going out. And also, my TV has no signal. Says Louis, it might have something to do with the rain that we've got at the moment. Unfortunately, there's quite a bit of it kind of lurking around, and hopefully it doesn't affect too much in terms of our power connection. I know that backup generator might be needed. Hopefully not, though, but we'll have to wait and see how it does end up going. And also, my TV is no signal. And also, Saturday Super Rugby tomorrow, yes. And yeah, and let's go, Brandon. Oh, let's go, George. You tell me go to bed because you don't want me go piss with you. He's Brandon there. And also, hello, kids, how are we all? And also the magnet. And cheese mana, freaking correct. I mean, chicken mana is also a thing, though, isn't it? Like, I'm a fan of some decent chicken. And also, we have got there the magnet. And also, how cold is it down there, Hamish? We're currently sitting 10 degrees in showers, but in here with the fire going, we're probably sitting about 20, somewhere around there. Cullen Grace now going off to the short side, gives it off to Will Jordan. Missed tackle made in the end by Samasoni Takiaho. Now back across the hall. Zach Gallagher, late inclusion in the lineup. Crusaders. Says Pila. And also, don't worry about the Blues match. They already in. And Chikama Oisuli. Says Johnny Logan strong. It looks like close to a turnover for the Chiefs. Note now becomes the penalty against Luke Jacobson. And I believe they've said it's for not rolling away initially. Okay, Luke Jacobson, he's not too sure about that one. And so that Sky can't get over the problem of weather interference. Shake my head. Time for them to move the internet only. Says LB, and also Whitelock is out. He is indeed thumb injury, but this looks like it will be a nice, easy 3 points for the Crusaders after Luke Jacobson gives away the penalty. Okay, so they're saying that he didn't support the body weight. I think he did. He's unlucky there. I think he said that the body or the foot or the knee or something went down. But Luke Jacobson, he'll be disappointed with that one. And also, bro, autocorrect got me too. There says it was, says Johnny Log is strong. And also, we look at there, Whitelock is out, And also, -1 outside. And we added all except for snow. And Richie's good. But surely versus Island, Barrett got to start good form, says Christel. Yeah, I think Barrett at the moment gets the nod, in my opinion. And you have Richie off the bench. And where's the ref from? He is an Australian. Nick Berry, one of the least popular referees when it comes to the Crusaders, fun fact. That one has gone over. And now the score 3-0 to the Crusaders, because a lot of Crusaders supporters felt that he cost them the game up against the Rebels last year. But then saying that, now that I think about it, a lot of Chiefs supporters felt he cost them the game up against the Reds over there. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. That is what you would also come on. Says Luai, and also I hope for both teams there's no injuries. Exactly right. Because at the moment, we're seeing sevens dropping out all over the place. Dalton Papali, keyhole surgery. Ethan Blackadder injured. Billy Harmon knocked out. Good take there from Cullen Grace. Smashed in the tackle by Luke Jacobson. Will be fired up after giving away that penalty. Now big kick downfield from Richie Mo'unga, using the wind to his advantage by 16. Get out of here, man. Says to be there for the Crusaders by 16 now. Atino Nana Satora kicks it to the short side. Looking to use a bit of that wind factor. Great take from Richie Mo'unga, though, and he's got some big old acceleration going, but he's handled well by Tupavai as he runs sideways. Brent Hall fires it back into the pocket, and this time it will be Will Jordan putting the kick downfield. So it seems like the wind currently, that's going to take that one. Awkward take. Josh Ioane unable to grab it. Now almost in his in-goal area. But he will be able to kick it back across. Gives it off to Bryn Gatlin, though, who's got the better angle. And kicks it out. Doesn't get a huge amount of distance, but it does manage to relieve some of the pressure. Chiefs by 20. And 8 Betty says over there, and come on, Chiefs, too much talk about the Satyrs to win. Show them Satyrs who the Chiefs. And yeah, as well says Spider-Mac. Yeah, currently the Crusaders 26 from 26 wins at OrangeTheory Stadium. Absolutely huge for their side, and they will be looking to continue that. I believe the other stat that we did get earlier on was that the Chiefs have never won a game away from home in the playoffs. It's thrown high over the top for Pablo Matera. He's taken it nicely. I think there might have been a little bit of a knock on the ground, though. I was like, Lol says Nazi Williams, and also hello, OBLA. Oh, Pablo Matera looks like he's down a little bit here. Okay, what's happened to Pablo? I think Pablo Matera at the moment, he's kind of lying sideways. I want to say it's the arm, because he's kind of left the arm underneath him like that. Either that or he's possibly had a bit of a... Oh. Okay, he got a bit of a shoulder on the cheek from Quintapaya. You'd have to say it is a shoulder hitting him first, but I think with the fact that he was slipping down, it shouldn't be anything any more serious, although it looks like they want to have a check of this on the TMO, and go Chiefs go. I hope the ref slips a couple of times. Says it was Louis, and also Richie DeSella with the drop kick 3 minutes from full time. My heart is Chiefs by 3, says Justin. And also, what's the weather at the game looking like? And it's 39 kilometers of rain, or sorry, kilometers of wind. It's raining. It's rough weather. I really hope that that doesn't become anything more serious than, at worst, a penalty. Because for me, Pablo Matera, if he didn't drop that ball, he wasn't ducking down. And also, we have got there's only a tickle in state of O. And also, why did the Chiefs choose to play into the wind? Says Thomas there. Yeah, it's going to be tricky for them. That is for sure. This game is being so PC at the moment. Probably a send-off. See, he wraps his arm. So this is going to be unfortunate either way, I think. And also, we got the Butterfingers, and also, hello, Amish and chat. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. And also, the Chiefs. And then also, you're smoking something strong. Petty Satyrs by 2 tries, says Billy. And also, sorry, Petty Monroe, says Billy there. And also, we have got their BS, says Mr. JJ. And also, hello, Tesla. Right, what is Nick Berry going to tell us? Oh, he's not bent at the hips. It's a yellow card for Quintapaya. That's rough. And also, no, first the Santa announcer a full suit, says AFL. Well, not quite full. I have got normal pants on. But Quintapaya is going to be off the field for 10 minutes here. And I don't know whether or not it is justified, unfortunately. Because the only reason it is contact to the head is because Pablo Matera is on his knees. And RIPG says Thomas, yeah, that's the last thing that they needed. Okay. Brad Weber's not going to be happy with this. It's a yellow card. And tell you what, even the Crusaders supporters in attendance... Oh, no, I see a few clapping. I was going to say, it even sounded like they were a little bit disappointed with that one. And also, even up the rotation, man, says Nazi Williams. And also, not anymore. Says Betty. But this will be another 3 points in favour of the Crusaders. And also, inhale. And also, slice of cheese coming out. And come on, Chiefs, you can do it. And try time Satyr, says Bela. So they've said because he wasn't bent at the hips, that is why they're given the penalty and the yellow card. Although you'd argue if he was standing up straight, he probably wouldn't have needed to bend at the hips because Pablo Matera would have been higher than him being a tall lad. But because he dropped it and went down after the ball, it leads to the yellow card of Quinton Pye. I don't think that's what anyone wanted in the early stages of the final. Also, sorry for about the bad words. It's no worries at all. It's just I don't normally read them out, but I read them in my head. Now, I mean, at least you tried like hiding it a little bit, if that makes sense. Like you didn't just put the straight up word. It's gone over for Richie Moong, and now the score is going to be 6-0. And Crusaders will switch a gear up, or switch up a gear, says Lennon. And also we've got there, you've got shorts on, says Mr. JJ. Not quite. They are black pants. So from a distance, I mean, they would probably pass as part of the suit, but it's just more chinos at this stage. And now 6-0 for the Crusaders currently over the Chiefs with 9 minutes left of that yellow card. This could be a very costly one for the Chiefs. Pablo Matera, talking about the fact that Pablo Matera, he did stay down, but he didn't go off. So I think he knew exactly where he was struck and knew that if he stayed down a little bit longer, it would help him out. That's a swirling one in the breeze, taken nicely by Cullen Grace. Once again, do you think the ref is playing for the Crusaders, or is this adjustment justified? Not watching the game, says Melissa. For me, to be honest, if you're going to give anything for it, I would have given a penalty, just because, like, with how much mitigating factor was taken away. Wow, big run from Summer Penny Finau. Like, Pablo Matera was on his knees, so it makes it hard not to hit a guy high if he's at pretty much your hip height. I think the only thing they said that would have changed it was if he, like, bent at his hips, but he still would have caught him high, unfortunately. So it's a bit unlucky for the Chiefs, but hopefully it doesn't cost them too much while they are down a little bit more. Now, Brad Weber, it's been knocked out of his hands. It's going back for the penalty. The ref has been an Aussie. That's all you need to know. And also, Chiefs going to spank the Crusaders 10 points plus. And then also, let's go Chiefs, says Graham. And also 16 now, 16 and 20, says Pila there. The offside that time against Pablo Matera. Okay, Brad, we were just saying to Nick Berry, he's done that on purpose to slow that ball down. Nick Berry goes, yeah, all right. And also we've got the hi Hamish, go Crusaders, go Humner, or go Hummer them on the second half. It's a good kick. I think now they're actually, I think Brad Weber's doing his thinking hat there, because he was saying the fact that Pablo Matera has done that on purpose. So should he be off for an HIA to check him out due to he was the one who got the head contact of that yellow card? So I guess it's a decent point, really, when you consider it. Now, Summer Penny Finau has been able to take that one nicely at the front of the line out. Now, Jacobson drag it backwards in the tackle with Scott Barrett, and also haven't paid the sky ball in a while. Not watching the game. Says Johnny Long and Strong there. But yeah, the highlights of this matchup, they will be on the Super Rugby YouTube channel in a very short moment. Now, Pablo Matera trying to get out of that breakdown once again around the side. Samasone Takiaho, man, who I think, that was close to a knock on from Tupavai, but ended up leaving it alone. And also we have got the he says Nazi, and also we have got hello Johnny Petty, Tesla, Thomas, Mr. JJ, Graham, and all the fabulous great people going to be cracking game night. Always the consummate professional Hamish. That's going to be nicely done here for the Chiefs, though. Now Josh Ioane out to Jonah Lowe on the wing, 5 meters out from the line here for them. And they've got another advantage for the penalty. Now Tarval short. Now, last time I remember in the Super Rugby Aotearoa final, the first try came in the hands of Damien McKenzie. He is not there for the Chiefs, but they are certainly still holding on to that Chiefs mana. Wide cut-out pass goes out to Peter Gasawakula, and he's going to, did he put it down, though? He might have dropped it. And also, who you want to win, says Ollie. I just hope that it's a good, even game, and whoever wins, it isn't due to the referee. And I know I would have said that 1 minute into this game. The yellow card was unfortunate, but I'm not referring to that directly. Just pretty much, hopefully, it is a decent one. Takiaho, walk into someone hard soon, or into something hard soon. Okay. Peter Gasawakula. Several races. See, that angle's not going to show us it, unfortunately, but it was very close to being knocked out of his hands there. Okay, he's lost control of the ball. That's going to be no try for the Chiefs. So unfortunate for them, but they are going to be going back for that final penalty 5 meters out from the line. And hope so. And hello, says Paddy Wagon. And also we have the cards. Will make the Chiefs better, says JJ there. Okay, they're going back for the offside in favour of the Chiefs. I think it was maybe Tom Christie who did get penalised for that offside. And also we've got this Masonioti over Cody Gaylor. Says it was Johnny Longstrong, and also no try, and inside ball was there. says Thomas. Yeah, he decided to hang on to it just a little bit longer. And like they mentioned, he seemed to hesitate when he was over the try line as if he didn't realize whether or not he had actually gone over. With that wide cutout pass, yeah, ball straight into the hands of Jonah Lowe could have been a gift for them there. And Butterfinger Sawakula, says Pila. He just ends up with the ball drifting out of the hand, 5 meters out from the line. Samasoni Takiaho throws it in nicely. Luke Jacobson off to Takiaho. Only 2 meters short of the line here for the Chiefs. They look ruthless since having their yellow card. They've decided they're going to have to play well and play hard up against this Crusader side. That was diving straight through the middle of the breakdown. That's got to almost be a penalty to the Chiefs, I would think, but it is going to be play on just for now. I think Cody Taylor was able to strategically slow down that ball in an effective manner. Now Brody Retallick getting closer. Alex Nankerville looks like he's calling for a few more reinforcements on the left-hand side. Samasoni Takiao leaves it for Weber, who goes off to Ta'aval. Now they've got the advantage for the offside here. And it's another penalty to the Crusaders, or sorry, to the Chiefs there. And also do that noise again, says Paddy Wagon, and also the cowbells. And then also we have got there still have Carver, or had Carver on his fingers from the night before. And hey, Justin out, he says, Carl, welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We have got plenty more videos coming up and videos and Go the Slender Man, says Paddy Wagon. And yeah, I hope you are excited for the match later on. And that will be Leinster versus the Bulls. And that will be to Carl and also everyone, in fact. Now, I think about it, it's going to be an exciting matchup. And don't know who's going to win this, says Daniel. And also Crusaders for the win. Let's go, boys. Says Roycus, whoever wins this faces off with the winner of the Brumbies versus the Blues. That is taking place tomorrow night. It should also be a very entertaining fixture. You go like this and go like this as well. But anyone who is new to the channel, not just this channel, but our second channel, the Kiwi Lad Sport, be sure to check it out. We are on 933 subscribers, close to the 1,000. So if you do want to help us out, do be sure to hit that subscribe button. We have also got there as Chase playing tonight. Please say yes, he is coming off the bench for this matchup. So not in the starting lineup. Instead, Josh Ioane starts at fullback. The ball being fed in now for the Chiefs. Waiting for this one. It looks like it's going to be another advantage. Bryn Hall trying to slow it down. Once again, now Brad Weber bumping off. Hanging on to this one quite nicely here for the Chiefs. 3 in a row, only just out from their own line. The Crusaders, it's going back for another penalty. And now Brad Weber's going back over to Nick Berry going, come on. How many times can they do it? And Nick Berry saying it's a different penalty, so they're going to be all right just for now. As the Bulls game and the Stormers game today. So the Bulls versus Leinster has taken place in about 11 hours, whereas that game between the Stormers and the Ulster side, they are playing a little bit later on. I believe that's Sunday morning, sorry. And card ref, and how's everyone doing, says Carl, and also TF, that halfback doing in red. It is the Rio game, and also we've got the Paddy be nice. And how do you think Black Cats will start off tonight's second test? Hopefully they go a little bit better than they did in the last one. And Stormers is tomorrow, says Powerhouse. So yeah, that will be, I believe, is it 3 a.m. or 1 a.m. New Zealand time, alongside actually Harlequins versus, who are Harlequins? Harlequins Saracens is actually taking place at the same time. And Blues going to win tomorrow and going to be Blues with the Chiefs. Let's go. That ball has been fed in once again. Chiefs have got it at the back. It's moving too much. And it will now be a scrum reset. Brody Retallick's not too happy with the opposition front row. It looks like the rain is now going straight down, though, rather than straight sideways. So that's nice news. Following also, hey, guys, and there as well, says Jason. And also, we've got there about the Blues going to win tomorrow up against the Brumbies. But that's going to be a good game. And I never watch Friday matches as I am at work. Trust on your comments, says Orlando. So hopefully I'm not doing too badly. A Ryan birthday wish is for the Stormers to win it all. Says Carl, oh, it's your birthday. Hang on, you're on my birthday calendar, aren't you, I think? A moment, I'm going to have a quick look, see what I can find. Is it in my birthday calendar? No, maybe not. I thought I added your birthday. Maybe I put it as a certain hour. When is your birthday, Carl? Or is it today? I'm looking through at my calendar. Yesterday, mate, says Carl. One moment. Yes, it is indeed. So happy birthday for yesterday. Sorry for not wishing you a happy birthday on the day. But yeah, hopefully you did enjoy yourself and had plenty of excitement on the day. Jonah Lowe now passing it back across to Samasoni Takiaho. Still hanging on to this one. They've got another penalty advantage. Says Papali'i paid his speeding ticket. And there says Johnny Long, a strong little kick in behind. It sits up. It's loose. Will Jordan cleans up. They're going back for another penalty in favour of the Chiefs. and put my birthday in, says Max. And also we're going to the beer from JJ and appreciate it, mate. And do rest know the rules, says Spider-Make. Right, double blow the whistle. And this is now the last warning. Okay, so the next one now is going to be going to the bin. That is the wording of Nick Berry. Whether it happens or not, we will have to wait and see. And surely a card is soon, says Betty. And also cheers, says Carl there. And also we've got the hour, says Hunter, doing very well. Excited for this matchup. It should be a pretty intense one. If it's anything like the Super Rugby Aotearoa one that we did see a couple years ago. It's a nice grubber there from Gadlin. It almost set up awkwardly. I think initially it was Richie Moonga trying to clean it up, but it bounced well and truly more than he expected. No drinks are on me, says Carl, and I knew it, says Betty, and also I, says Jason. So yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. Do let me know who you think will score the first try of this match. The exact player. Currently, the Chiefs are not looking too bad, and also we have the Crusaders get a yellow, please. Says Louie. That is another yawn. And a few of those tonight, unfortunately. I think it's just the warmness of the lounge combined with the cold weather outside. And also any lime primo, Carl, says Nazi. There's a penalty count mounting. Come on, Canterbury. Nick Berry, that red one's looking good. Give it the repeat to Scott Barrett. That's going to be now too much movement at scrum time. It's screwed round is the comment. Okay. One of the commentators is actually saying that Ollie Jaeger could have gotten quite a few penalties for himself. Well, Jordan says that, and also just came to pop in after the butcher for Braai meat and after the liquor store. See you later. So, yeah, hopefully you do enjoy possibly your Braai. Carl, do let us know what you get. Also, I think you were on the Discord last time, weren't you? So be sure to send a picture, and we'll probably all look at it in envy of the good old barbecue food. And also, it's my birthday today, so it's also on the 22nd of August, says Justin. Double birthday, I guess. How does that work, Justin? Now that I think about it, did you come out, say hi, and then back and come out in August? Said, well, Jordan just intercepted and scored a try. There's 8 there, and also we got that on your car, bro. Have a good one. Now it is going to be waiting for this one at the back. It is in the hands of Brad Webber, who slips over, now passes the ball up to Bryn Gatlin. Has been wrestled down to the ground. Still hanging on to this ball here for the Chiefs now. Tupavai. 5 meters out from the line. Looking to use that big size that they got. Brad Webber now passes it off short to Samasoni Takiaho. And also, my birthday's every day, says Betty. And go on, Chiefs, my money's on you. And Waikato Bear. Nice step once again. Tupavai and also Samasoni Takiaho have been extremely busy now. Peter Gus Sawakula trying to step his way through. 5 meters out. Luke Jacobson getting close. Good tackle made by Ollie Jaeger. Turnover for Christie. I would think no, his hands weren't on the ball. And now Peter Gus Sawakula. Now, Tom Christie, I was going to say he won't be able to roll out of there because he pretty much got landed on everybody's birthday on the weekends. And also the yellow says Rio Gamer. Still hanging on to this one. Brad Webber looking to step through. Good tackle made on him by Bryn Hall, his opposite number. The Chiefs just phase after phase. They are 10 in a row currently. Around the side once again, just flattened out the Angus Tarvo. It's another advantage. It's a penalty. This has to be a yellow. Yes, it is. And it is going to be the yellow card against Pablo Matera. So he will be going to the bin. And also not sure. Go Chiefs and Alex Nankerville first try and 4%. Says Nazi Williams and also exactly like that. Hamish, I came out and then I went back in. Says Justin also the Chiefs will win. Says Miss Sir. So now Pablo Matera, he will be going off the field. And I think they were saying that he should go off for the HIA in the process and ending that yellow card up well and also have some cheese. Says Betty, and also yellow card for sure. Yeah, it had to be. So many penalties just out in front of their own line, the Crusaders. Now, Pablo Matera. See, that's the thing. If he's going for his HIA now and he is actually concussed, that's really bad because he's been out there for a very long time. Last 10 minutes of possession for the percentage has been 100% for the Chiefs, which is huge. And also when it's Quinn back on, he is already just coming back out now. And the yellow card of the Reds, or sorry, not the Reds, the Crusaders, they are now going to have one less. And apart from Magnum 45, how our team's going to beat Crusaders at home rocket launch, says Justin. And also we have got there Quinn. I've been on for a little while, says Rio Game, and also him now that beer, Waikato Beer. And get off the field, boy, about time, says Mr. JJ. So Quintapire going to be out on this side. So on the left-hand side, and also come on Crusaders, says Yakari. And also we have got Let's Go the Mighty Chiefs from the Waikato lands. He's joining long and strong. They're 5 meters out in a very good position on the field. So it looks like the Crusaders, if they end up giving away another penalty, will the ref hesitate to give them a second yellow in a row? That is probably the big question on everyone's mind currently. And also we have got their second slice of cheese. Hasn't even been 20 minutes. That is very true. Brent Hall asking for it to be used. Now Peter Kasawakula back to Weber. Now off to Josh Ioane. Jack Goodhue retreating across field. He's done nicely to cut him off. 5 meters out from the line now. Back to Weber. Brody Retallick driven backwards in the tackle by his opposite number, Scott Barra. The big men will both possibly be in All Blacks contention this year. And also easy W for the Crusaders, says Christian. Also the Mooloos. So here's Mr. JJ. Nice bounce pass. Not quite working out. And it's been intercepted now. Sevu Reece down the wing using his speed. And he has been able to put in the grubber. It's a foot race at the moment. Nankerville trying to stop Will Jordan from going through. He's getting close. Nicely taken by Brad Weber. Well controlled as well. But now he's been driven back over his line. And it's going to be a 5 meter scrum for the Crusaders. Brilliantly done by Will Jordan with the chase. And that is now going to be a massive, massive opportunity for the Crusaders. They were only 5 meters out from their line only a few seconds ago. Sevu Reece trying to fire up the Chiefs by the looks of it. And also the Mooloos. And also, let's go Chiefs, says Luai. Look at that. Sevu Reece with the grubber kick. Just kept on rolling and rolling and rolling. Brad Weber, he got to it. But then he got back on his feet. And that was brilliant leg strength from Will Jordan to be able to drive Brad Weber back about 2 or 3 meters. And put him over his own and goal area. And that is going to be now the scrum feed. And also goal line drop. It says Mr. JJ, due to it being taken back, it actually becomes a scrum feed for the Crusaders. And damn, says Tesla, yeah, massive moment for Sevu Reece there. And his Crusaders teammates, definitely with a man down. Looks like Samasonu Takiaho may need a little bit of medical attention. It looks like he's going to be all right. What a play, Crusaders. And Reece the Rocket, says Peeler there. And Will Jordan, the fact that he was only jogging, he knew exactly when he needed to reach that breakdown and cause a bit of extra pressure. And also, so both teams like playing with 14 players. Seems that way at the moment, which is kind of weird, I guess you could say. But maybe it just means that you're a little bit more concentrated on the, I guess the one-on-ones are probably what you concentrate on a little bit more. And also we have got there, bro, can I have moderator powers again, says Johnny Long and Strong. Are you staying on Johnny Long and Strong, Johnny, or are you switching back? Do let me know just before I end up adding it on, just in case it is that you are going to be switching, but I can go like this. And hopefully it does load. Yep, it's doing all right. And also we've got the smart play Crusaders, says Louis, and also washed out for that Will Jordan. Seems he is about to do some magic tricks, says Nazi Williams. Yeah, he's dangerous. Certainly one to watch out for. And yeah, Reece says Shirley. Oh, sorry, that was Jason Shirley, and also call back or carry back. Cool. I'm going on your, you, Hamish. Says it was JJ. And also we've got there, Chiefs were so close. And they stuff it up, says Nov Mum. Scrum feed about to take place. It looks like they are just quickly deciding which play is going to be the way to go here. I see Lester Fainar Nuku actually packing on the right-hand side. Now breaking off the back. Cullen Grace, 2 meters short. He reaches for the line. I think he might have had a little bit of something on there. Brad Weber asking the touch judge to overrule it, but I think Cullen Grace might have just got in for the try. They're going to be checking this one, though. So it's whether or not he did drop it as he was reaching out. Anything can happen from here. On-field decision is try, as the ball was on the line. It's just whether or not, first of all, he drops the ball or whether he has promoted himself forward to be able to put it down. And also, Sam Kane, please put him on. Says Louis, and also Blues vs Crusaders next weekend. Says Peeler. So Cullen Grace breaks around the side. That, for me, is a try. I think Cullen Grace has got that one down. Being able to stretch out. So pretty much the gist of that try is you're allowed one propel of yourself forward. He's lengthened out. Put the ball on the try line. Try scorers for the Crusaders. It is going to be Cullen Grace, the youngster from South Canterbury. Going to be scoring that try there in the 22nd minute. We go. We will go like that. And we will go like that as well. There we go. Cullen Grace able to score that first try of the match. And also, I don't know, my email, Eddie to Johnny Blaze, was something to do with 420. but I had too much 420 now. I can't remember, says Jolly Long and Strong. Well, I guess while you are in the, remembering stage, I will go like that for you. There you go. You have got your spanner back. Now, about to line up this kick. Richie Mwongi has got 2 from 2 tonight, and it's not an easy day for kicking. This one's going to be the hardest out of all of them. And also, love 420, says Mr. JJ. And also, wherever they come on to the Chiefs, says Nathan. And also, they did by the refs, says JJ. And also, Chiefs will lose now, probably, says Max. Now, about to take the kick. It is windy in Christchurch. And dull. There, says Johnny. Kick goes decent for Mong. It just goes away. No, it doesn't. It just sneak in the right hand upright. So that is now going to be 13 points to 0 in favour of the Crusaders after 24 minutes. Sever Reese has got a massive smile on his face currently. And I think Cullen Grace, half a second there, he considered trying to find that offload to Sever Reese if he did need him, but he was able to get over. And Johnny Long and Strong must be talking about a good old cup of coffee. Says it was Justin and also booyah. And taken nicely by Weber, though. And the counter-attack for the Chiefs. They move up to the 22. Gochu, you'd have to say he's lost the footing there. And I think it's just still going to be on the side of the Chiefs. See, the thing is the Crusaders, they cannot afford to give away any more penalties down here, though. Or else it could get them another yellow card. And also, PS, says JJ there. And also, don't kick my hand, bro. Says Tesla now passing back to Gatlin. Summerpenny Finau. Hanging on to it, 25 minutes. And maybe that try is what the Chiefs needed. And almost 16 and 20. Says Pele, and also we've got their one on the Chiefs. Or one on Chiefs. Says it was Daniel now running through Quintupire. Good tackle made on him low by Dom Gardner. Like I mentioned, he was a late man who came into the lineup. Or is it Zach Gallagher? It might actually be Zach Gallagher, sorry. Now Finau still on the 22. The Crusaders just not allowing any meterage for them. And also Jason has put the nice kick there. That is going to be taken nicely by Alex Nankerville. Now only a few meters inside of the 22. Almost turned over from Scott Barrett. Still hanging on to it. Sever Reese has missed that clean out on Josh Ioane. Peter Gus Sawakula. They're up to 10 phases now for the Crusaders. It's a raid. Everybody on the dance floor raid, says Nazi Williams. It doesn't go there. Come on, the G, says Daniel. I think my software actually has the ability to play music, but I don't know whether or not I've got any raid music. Overall, just kind of random stuff now, taken nicely by Aiden Ross. This is a patient build-up here for the Chiefs. 14 phases in a row now. Once again, Brody Retallick, the Crusaders defense, surely they get tired soon. They've only got 14 men out on the field. Then Nana Saturo with a nice step. A little bit closer. Weber now off grade low tackle from Scott Barrett. Ollie Jaeger took a big bit of head contact there, though. I think he's a little bit slower getting up to his feet. Getting a little bit shaky. Might have actually been a shoulder that he did take. Now hanging on to this one once again. That was stolen on the ground by Scott Barrett. He tried to sneak in with a little paddle. Try and steal it, but luckily wasn't able to turn it over. Now going out to Jonah Lowe, stepping on the inside. He's made it very difficult for himself. And he's been dragged down only a couple meters out up to 19 phases. Now Tarval, very good ball retention. And that's going to be Angus Tarval through. That is the answer from the Crusaders. Getting one back. Go Chiefs, says Jason. Go Chiefs, says Atlas Sport. And also find the gap Chiefs. And defense wins championship, says Bella. And they have just been able to sneak their way through. In fact, Johnny, I feel like that one in there that you will get to take out, I feel like that's the perfect one for yourself as your first job as the moderator. But that was nicely done by the Chiefs. Just back-to-back-to-back phases up to about 19. And Ta'aval has been able to go and get himself the try in the 27th minute. Now, back in the match. This seems like it's going to be a bit of a seesaw while we are having different men on the field. And these dirty Fuller's back. There says Nazi Williams, I love you, Bay, from Vanilla. And also Ta'aval next try. And also Ollie Norris and Tamaiti Williams in there. And also the laughing face. And also the Chiefs. And woohoo with the Kieran emojis. It also stops against emoji. And yeah, I think they have now been timed out. Possibly. If they haven't, then they will just about... Oh no, Paddy got him in the end. Paddy managed to get it for the timeout. Okay, so they've said it's now light rain, but there's a substantial breeze currently, about 40 kilometers per hour. A missed tackle from George Bauer, and then he went straight through Angus Ta'aval. He was able to score himself the try for the Chiefs. So currently 7 points to 13, 1 minute 40 left of that yellow card for the Crusaders. Also, Tarval savaging up the Chiefs, says Custom Outdoors. Taken nicely by Gatlin. Passes across the Summer Penny Finau. Tupavai finds the step. Now it's a loose ball, though. And David Arvili takes it back. That is the mistake that the Chiefs could not afford. And I believe it's going to be an advantage now in favour of the Crusaders as well. Now Richie Moonga off to Will Jordan. Nice step there. And wrestled down nicely by Samasone Takiaho, though. Now Cody Taylor once again coming back into the side after a couple injury troubles that he has had recently. But he's back now and rearing to go. Now stepping. It's Tom Christie. And speaking of injuries, that man in the starting lineup due to Ethan Blackadder sustaining an injury in the last matchup of the semi-final up against the Reds. They're going back for the initial penalty for the high tackle. Did Pablo go for an HIA? I believe he would have. It would have been smart for him too anyway, because he's got 10 minutes. So he might as well get the head check. Definitely when he did stay down for as long as he did earlier on. Yellow card says Nancy Williams, and I haven't won anything. I was putting my money on underdogs tonight. Says Spider-Man can also have the power, says Johnny Long and Strong and the Chiefs. And come on, Chiefs. Says Nathan. It looks like now the Crusaders, rather than taking on the 3 points, they want the corner. And they want to go for the 7. They've only got another 20 seconds. 20 seconds of their yellow card, I should say. It was a bit of a juggle. And then Gatlin striking him a bit too high. And also Billy a yellow. Says a Rio game. And also we have got there. I was going 1 minute, I was gone 1 minute, get a coffee, and Crusaders score a try. What happened? Says Justin there. Yeah, very hard to stop the Crusaders. That is true. They've scored 26 tries off their line out this year, but that's been dropped. And you'd have to say that is knocked on as well. Yes, it is. And the scrum feed is going to be going the way of the Chiefs. And also we have the Yawn says Betty, and also the unbiased says Rio Gamer. So Zach Gallagher there, I think that was a bit of a handling error from him. Pablo Mateta now coming back out onto the field for the Crusaders, and it is going to be scrum time for the Chiefs. Unfortunately, just not quite able to reach high enough to be able to get that one. And also power, bring on Chase. Says JT, and also Scott Robertson be getting his backspin ready, although he'll be hoping for a nicer day at Eden Park. Or I guess that's the thing. If the Brumbies beat the Blues, that will then mean that it is going to be an OrangeTheory Stadium home final for the Crusaders. And if they win this game, that would be 27 from 27 playoff finals games that they have won at OrangeTheory Stadium. And the drop says Louis. And also we have got the can't wait to see the Brumbies versus Blues tomorrow. And we are going to be covering that one on the channel. Also a bit of a slip there for Tom Christie and Peter Gusto-Akula trying to run straight over the top of David Arvili, who actually caught a knee to the cheekbone, I believe. That is why he has stayed down a little bit longer. Pablo Matera getting the clean turnover. He's only been on the field for about 20 seconds. And now Jack Goodhue with the grubber. Richie Moonga going to back himself, but instead Summer Penny Finau able to put it down, and that will be a goal line dropout now. Looks like there's a Chiefs player down in back play. And also Chase looks like he suffers from. And there says it was Johnny Long and Strong. Don't know. I guess. Suffers from... Oh, sure. I feel like that's a hard one to fill in, isn't it? And Chiefs will win positive. And then Gatlin with the emoji there as well. Yeah, big knee to the face of David Havili. So he is currently getting the cheekbone. Yeah, that's a cheekbone. That is a golf ball on the side of his cheek. And they're seeing whether or not they can try and squish it down. There's plenty of swelling at the moment. He looks like he's constantly smiling at the moment, David Arvili, but he certainly isn't, because that guy just poked it and his eye is watered big time. Okay. He has got a golf ball on the side of his face currently, David Arvili, and that is from the knee of Peter Gusto-Akula. I guess there is certain names that you call it. A mouse, I think they like to say. And also we have got there, we're not so damn, says Louis. Oh, my voice is trying to disappear already. Right, they're actually checking the TMO here. What are we checking? We're going upstairs. Oh, well, I mean, Pablo Matera could be getting a rare card here, because at the end of the day, if the man is getting a yellow card for him being on knees, I think Bryn Gatlin's going to be going off. Oh, there's also we have got there. I saw a pig flying backwards. Chiefs are going to win by 30 points. Says Justin there, and also stay on like Sam Burgess. Says Nazi. Most of the contact's on his chest is the comment from Nick Berry. Okay. And I was like, I got a bad feeling about this, says Louis. So if you're going back to what happened for the last one, he doesn't duck at the hips, really. There's not a lot of that. So if Nick Berry is being consistent, he will have to give this as a yellow card. If he's not being consistent, he will say it's just a penalty. Okay, Nick Berry, they're talking about the fact that he might be trying to talk his way out of this one. Unfortunately, that has to be a yellow. And also, we go there. Adios, Argentina amigos, and Pablo Escobar, get him a red. And also, big ass Justin, I would say, I would have said that 20. Okay, he wants to see the level of force. I mean, it's a big moment. That guy, man, 2 yellows in 30 minutes. And Brad Gatlin's got no chest. Nah, just... Okay. So there's enough in that, says Nick Berry. He's on yellow currently. So this is going to be a yellow card for Pablo Matera, and the Crusaders for the next 20 minutes are going to be down to only the 14 players on the field. And also, I haven't been in a paddy wagon for a long time. Oops, says Justin. Okay, he's always high. And also, that won't be the last card tonight, I reckon, says Louis. Yeah, it seems like there's quite a few coming in for this match. It's a second yellow. Scott Barrett agrees. And also, Colombia's purist 100% Coco. And also, we have got the NRL player's choice of weekend indulgement. But Pablo Matera now, he'll be sent off for the red card. He'll be disappointed with that one. But the thing is, if they do make it through next week, the Crusaders, I don't know whether or not he will be allowed to play. David Arvili also got to go off the field because he's got a golf ball on his cheek, like I mentioned. So he will be taken off more than likely for Braden Enor. Okay. So pretty much at this stage, Bryn Gatlin said, I'm fine. Severeese was going like this, saying he's been smacked in the head, he needs to go off. Bryn Gatlin goes, Pablo Matera didn't go off, and then the referee said, you've got to go off, Bryn Gatlin, because I said so, see you later for the next little while. So he's doing an HIA, which does now mean that Chase Tiati, I believe, will be making his way out onto the field. David Arvili also going off. Everyone's just running everywhere at the moment. I feel like I should go for a run, but I'll probably pass out after like 2 steps, so we'll stop that before I end up getting too excited and freak. I just use your freaking common sense, Barry. CSPL and also footage makes it look worse. CSPL there, and also when Gatlin gets HIA, but Pablo didn't, says Rio Gamer. Yeah, a bit of a change of the rules for that one. And also we've got my Queensland team won the first Origin, says Justin. And also we have got there as well odds I never get, or I've never been any kind of wagon. And also Tapaya Nankerville over Havili and Gucci, says Johnny Longstrong. Can't wait for Tia and Ioane stuff. Gatland said WTF is going on, says Petty Wagon. And also back to the soccer, you Hollywood, says Thomas. And also we have got there the weather's going to kick off soon in Christchurch. Yeah, it seems like it's quite rough at the moment. Another penalty, that is that time against Zach Gallagher. And also Rugby has gone soft, says Isaac. Yeah, we did see that yellow card earlier on against Quintupaia, which I think was probably the softest of the lot, unfortunately, for this matchup. And then 2 yellow cards for Pablo Matera. And now Josh Ioane going to be kicking it for the touchline. And also, yes, Justin, I agree. Up to Queensland, says Max. And you're getting themselves the win in the State of Origin. Oh, to be honest, that looked like David Arvili's cheekbone was collapsed, the way that knee went straight into it. I was like, Tia, says Jason, sorry. Now taken uneasily at the front, and that's going to be the knock-on advantage now to the Crusaders. So the Chiefs trying something different, didn't quite work out for them. Now Bryn Hall goes back to Richie Moonga, going for the high kick up. Waiting for it to come down. Whoa, Jordan's on it. Taken beautifully. It's going to be kicked out on a breakdown, though. Now Brody Retallick, tackled by Severeese, and it's an advantage now to the Chiefs. I can't see that, says Betty Wagon. Also, New Zealand Rugby has just signed an agreement with Gatland. Senior stays in New Zealand if his boy Gatland plays for a Super Rugby team. Says Johnny Long, a strong, nice step from Richie Moonga. Currently trying to make his way through the tackle of Gatland, of Jacobson. And I was like, Queens in Z-Land. Also, Shot Max says Justin there as well. But currently now Tia fires it back to Will Jordan. Braden Enos sells the dummy. His first injection of being out on the field since that change with Brody, with David Arvili going off for the HIA. And also we got the half, says Nasi Williams, 34 minutes through. Cullen Grace now going down once again. And also Chiefs will now win now because the Crusaders are down to 14, says Daniel Cox, although they are only down to 14 for the next 17 and a half minutes. And we do now do know how strong Crusaders can be for the last 20 of any matchup. It's a big clean out from Luke Jacobson, able to get the turnover though. Now it's going to be in the hands of Whainanuku. And also we have got there, just looks like Saunders after Canelo smoked him. Is there, or Canelo smoked him, but also, yeah, that's the thing. I haven't really seen too many, like, I guess, just massive mouses on the side of anyone's cheek. Richie Moonga using the pace, flicks out the back to George Bauer, losing his footing. 5 meters out from the line, but the Crusaders now in the perfect position to be able to score the try. Wide cut out, and Cullen Grace is going to score his second of the match. And the Crusaders now get that lead a little bit further. Cullen Grace, could there be a hat trick in the cards for this youngster? And now we will go like this. That is going to be another try for Cullen Grace. 35 minutes through. And we are going to go like this. And we are going to go like this. But Cullen Grace scoring both tries for the Crusaders. Show and go from Richie Moonga. Almost able to get through the tackle attempt. I think they've actually left Tia off. Oh, no, there he is. Okay, he has come on the field. I just don't think he's playing at fullback. All right, and also Hamish is New Zealand still. Hermit Kingdom says, Spot, I have no idea what that means. To be honest, and also Uso Yawaimani Homie Cully Grace, not quite up the road a little bit, but we'll claim him if he wants to say he's from Waimo. It also really looks like Sanders after, oh no, I read that one, and also after Chiefs. Hope you've been well, Uso, says Dexter. Doing very well, thank you, mate. Hope you are well as well. That was a lot of wells, wasn't it? A great try, says Louis. And also we have got, come on, Chiefs. And what about the paper plane, JT Court? I'm going to do that at the Island versus AB's game. Says Johnny Longstrong, and also bloody good to see Tia on already. We're missing him. Says Dexter, an orbital bone smashed Havili. Says Pele. Yeah, that's the thing. Anytime your cheek swells up that badly in such a hurry, normally either means that something has gone wrong on the inside, and then your body's kind of, I guess, reaction is to try and like protect it. It's kind of weird how the body works, but that's, I guess, the worst possible explanation someone could give of it. But pretty much swells up. Then from there, you've either got to get one of those thingies that they use in the UFC and whatnot to try and flatten it out like that, or you're just swollen. So he might not be available for the All Blacks. David Arvili, depending on how bad it is. It's okay. Group Chiefs, small setbacks. I think every time someone's scored, it's almost been, or every time the Crusaders have scored, it's been when the Chiefs have had 14, or when they've had 14, sorry. And also regroup or stay down south. And don't kick my hand, Richie. Says this, and also great Aotearoa rugby playing tonight, and also Joey Saders all day. Here's Pila. So currently 3 minutes left of the first half, and the score now 20 points to 7 in favour of the Crusaders, the home side. Although they are yet to give them the points on the scoreboard, I do see Malonga never does those things for the ABs. Let's go, Bud Barrett. So here's Johnny Long and Strong, kicked him on by Will Jordan now. Waiting for the bounce. Taken very nicely by Sama Penny Finau. Drives at Will Jordan, but it's a good tackle made once again by Jordan Webber. Now off to Samasoni Takiaho. They're on the halfway line currently. Webber, it's going to be another advantage and another penalty checking in from Manchester. Up the Satyrs, says Mick Mace. Or Mick MCE? Mick MCE, maybe? Hopefully I said that correctly. I may have well and truly done terribly for that one, though. But yeah, hope you are doing well, mate. Currently, Crusaders, they have got themselves a lead, 20 points to 7, although the scoreboard does not want to admit it at this stage. It does still say that it is 13 points to 7 as we currently sit, but it's kick for touch from the Chiefs there. Need to update the score, says Daniel. I have got it still refreshing, but it just doesn't seem like it wants to give that try to Cullen Grace, unfortunately. Hopefully, Chiefs do better without the wind, says Rio Gamer. Yeah, possibly a 50-22 could be lurking them in this one. The season line-out targets, they always go to Tupavai, but this time they go to Samapeni Finau. Brad Weber after Quintupaya. Dragged down nicely. Just a little slip there from Jacobson meant that he was at the breakdown a little bit later than he intended, but they have still got this one here for the Chiefs. Brad Weber passes across now to Luke Jacobson. Joshuani now gets the draw and pass out to Jonah Lowe. This is looking good for the Chiefs. The back line starting to get a little bit crisper for them in the later stages of this one. And also, we look at there, you got it right, brother. And there says Meek MCE, that one as well. But do let me know your score prediction of this one. And also, we over there, it looks okay, says JJ. But yeah, it has been updated. It's up to 39 minutes, so it's updated everything but the try to the Crusaders. Is that all the Crusaders can do? Says Spider Meek. Oh, Brady Retallick driving forward. Still 12 and a half minutes left of that yellow card of Matera as well, I should mention. But Chase Diatia driving nicely, tackled by Cody Taylor. And Weber back across. This phase play from the Chiefs has been impressive, but the defense from the Crusaders has also been top-notch for the first 40 minutes. Only the one try coming, and that was in favour of Angus Tarvo after a missed tackle by George Bauer, I should say. Jacobson. Now, nice work from Zach Gallagher making the tackle. Weber passes back across to Samasoni Takiaho. Someone's got to stop him. Only 5 meters out now. It was a good tackle made by Bryn Hall. Now passing back across. Nice step from Kutu into Paya. Close. Meter short. Once again, all they need is one big solid push from a four, but they decide the back line. It goes off to Whaima Nuku, who intercepts a mistake made by, I think that was actually Bryn Gatland. Might be back out on the field now, but that is going to be the mistake. It pops out to Scott Barrett. And that is going to be the siren. The Crusaders will not mind at all firing this back into the pocket, kicking it into touch. And that will be the end of the first half. It is 20 points to 7 as it sits. And also look at you getting dressed up for the semis. And there says Dale, yeah, we decided we would dress to impress for the semi-final matchups. And also the final, we will be wearing the suit. I haven't decided whether or not Leinster versus the Bulls is going to involve a suit as well. I'm watching from South Africa. Saders says Cheswell there. And also Bryn Gatling, you knob. Johnny Logan Strong. And also we have got there, we have also got, if you're good or if they're good, they should be in front at 50 now or by 50 now. My house burnt down. It was the Dragon burnt my whole village. Chiefs won by 30 points. Dragon burnt my whole village. So you had a fire-breathing dragon in your town, Justin. Was that like in this era or this like kind of century? Or was it like maybe in a game? So do let me know. And also we've got their 13-7 by your account, says Mr. JJ. Yeah, it's still misbehaving, isn't it? It still thinks the first half's going. And like the worst thing is I don't have any control over it, so I can't just tell it to update. It's just going to sit there until it doesn't pretty much. So hopefully it does end up updating against the Crusaders, currently leading 20 points to 7 with 2 tries for Cullen Grace and then Angus Ta'aval getting the other try for the Chiefs. So actually all forwards scoring. And also you've got a good voice for commentary, dude. Says Distracted Sports. Appreciate you, mate. And we have got plenty more coming in the future as well. We have got the matchup later on tonight. We are doing some of the cricket, New Zealand versus England. And it won't just be me for that live stream. We are going to have my mum joining me for it. I believe it starts at 10 p.m. New Zealand time. And also we have got their work scoreboard in the Chiefs. Says Paddy Wagon. Also go Chiefs go. Says Suru there. And Ioane at TNT at fullback. Gatlin can prepare the after the function or the after function beers and Dungeons and Dragons. Long ball game. And also we've got there. Is it in the Lord of the Rings 7? Says Nathan. And also the laughing face from Luai. And also your mum says Distracted. It is indeed going to be me and my mum. We have done a few of the cricket commentaries together, which are a little bit more chilled out. I won't be wearing a suit for that one. I will just be relaxing for that one. But then it might be, yeah, that Leinster Bulls match, I might end up having it back. And also we have got there, mate just came into the stream, what happened to Matera, says James Cruz. So pretty much first one that he did have was, he was a bit unfortunate because he was just the guy who gave away the penalty after the warning. So he ended up with the yellow card off the field for 10 minutes for doing something in the breakdown from about 5 meters out from the line. And then from there, it was the second one was the shoulder to the head of Bryn Gatland. Now, you would say it wasn't the most forceful or anything along those lines, but it was still the penalty. And that is why he got a second red. And also we have got there, can we swear, says Mr. J? I think so. I won't read it out, but I'll end up like reading it, if that makes sense. Super Rugby, you have to get the best suit you can and wear it, says Paddy Wagon. And also Super Rugby semis, and I'm a half a match late, bollocks, says Sebastian. Are you here now, Sebastian? And I mean, maybe getting yourself hyped up for that matchup between England and New Zealand coming up. And the Chiefs look clinically in there, or lack clinicity. Is that how you say it? I always say it wrong, I think. Until I say hi, says Distracted Sports. He's actually sitting not too far away. Distracted Sports says hi. She waved. There you go. And Sebastian, my brother, much love. And also hello, Seb. And also we have got there, is that all the Crusaders in front by 13? Lucky it wasn't the Blues. Were they playing tonight? Or they are, yeah, they're currently 13 ahead. Everyone who sees 13-7, it is actually my hand's magic. I just reached in there and changed it to 20. But yeah, 20-7 is actually the score at halftime. And that one. And also we have got the Super Rugby final. And also Amishbro, is it 13-7 or 27? 35-7 full time. So it is 20 points to 7 there. And what the leading points are currently 13 points difference between these two sides. And also we have got there Big Love, Johnny Paddy, all you sexy bastards. And when is that Barbarians versus England game? It's not actually too far away. I'll quickly get you the exact time. I know it's a 2 a.m. start. And also there was like a magic trick. It was a little bit like just reached over and it moved. But then also time and a place. Chiefs better win, or you might see some cool Kiwi swears, says JJ. We will go like this. I've got all of those games on the card scheduled up for I think Uruguay played Japan, something like that. Oh, stop it, Hugh, says Petty Wigan. Yeah, I think that is actually the first international game that we've got, and that is only going to be 7 days away. And what is team, bro? Says Timothy. So if I had to pick, what's going on here? Half time, I see people running around on the field. I think they were having the kind of different one. And also, we got the early LD sleep. Not hugely, but I can tell you that I've just come off like a 22-hour sleep after being awake for about 24 or 30 hours the day before. So I'm all good now. We're going to be rearing to go for that match at 6:35 a.m. We're going to see how we go. And also, Killer First Half says Robin, and also a special needs game says it was distracted. And also, we have there both yellows were soft and not good for rugby, says Isaac. Yeah, so we had, I guess, 3 yellows in the end, didn't we? Quinta Pires, then, yeah, the 2 that were straight yellows. I can understand the first Pablo Mateta one, and whoever gave away that penalty was going to the bin. But those 2 for the shoulder charges, I feel like it was a little bit rough. Then I'm watching XXX right now. Says Spider-Mick, I don't really know what that is. 30? What is 30? AB squad being named soon? Yeah, I see 13th of June, isn't it? That it is going to be announced. But that game is on Monday, 20th of June, 2 a.m. England versus the Barbarians. The rescheduled game, will you do the cricket as well? I need some good commentary on the train, says Sebastian. We have got the first session. I think that's as long as my mum is joining me. So you're on a train. Are you actually in, what's its face, the one up north, Sebastian? Do let me know. I've forgotten the name. Is it Norway or Finland? Or you're going to some place, I guess, quite high up. It will be cold. And also, I wonder if Razor's breakdancing. He will not be breakdancing until the full-time siren. And even then, he might be missing it. Also, I mean, how are you today? It looks like Crusaders have this one, says Sergio Games. Yeah, they will be able to. If they win, they've got still a chance at the home final. For that to happen, though, they will need the Blues to lose their game up against the Brumbies. And then it will be Brumbies versus Crusaders at OrangeTheory Stadium. The Crusaders will be against the strong wind in the second half. Will make it easier for the Chiefs to catch up. And Oi Soli, look at the score. I'm sure it shows 13-7 like a minute ago. Yeah, it was, but it was a little bit behind. And also, no, that's in autumn, just traveling around the country now. So I guess, what time is your train trip? Train ride? Do you call it a train ride? A train transit, Sebastian? What time are you transiting around? Or transiting around? I won't do that. And also, it's Aussie Ref. Don't expect it to be good. Expect a good. It'd be good. And also, Al, no, he will be holding his balls, says Mr. JJ. I assume that is for Razor, more than likely. We'll be holding on to the lower abdominal region at the moment. He'll be nervous for this game, Razor Robinson, but absolutely, I mean, that's huge for the Crusaders. 118 tackles. What's the case for Pablo Mateta? Is he out for good or for 20 minutes? So pretty much he is going to be, I guess the best way of describing it is he had a yellow card, so he did 10 minutes. Now that he's got a red, he's got to do 20 minutes, but then he is not allowed to return back out onto the field, and instead someone off the bench, which I believe will be Corey Callow, will make his way out there. And also, if the Blues win tomorrow, Hamish, where is the final held? It will be an Eden Park final, probably 7:05 p.m. on Saturday next week, and that will be Crusaders or Chiefs, the winner of this game, taking on the Blues at Eden Park. And Dr. said only had 2 days to live 4 days ago. Here's Justin. So I guess maybe, is it one of those ones that it's going to arrive in the mail? And normally, I know our mail service is extremely slow. So it might be 2 days after the letter arrives type thing. Hopefully that is a joke, Justin, or else I am very sorry to hear that as well. And also exactly 11 a.m. UK time, when the test kicks off. Also, it'll be perfect for you. We will have that first session taking place right through to midnight, and then we will see how we go for the next one. But currently, the rugby is still taking place out there on the field. I mean, they probably would have wished for a nicer day, I would think, than the day that we have got currently. Is that Joe Moody? Yes, it is Joe Moody. He was kind of hiding amongst the players. He's just absolutely, he's dump trucked the youngster. No, he didn't. Imagine if he did that. Just didn't take it easy and just decided to absolutely smash everyone. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it. So, yeah, Sebastian there. So how long is your train ride? Sebastian, do let me know. And also, that's good clarification for this. I've been wondering what's happened in that case, or what's happened or happening in that case, and do you think the Crusaders will win? I think they've got a very good chance at the moment. Although man says Betty, and also what a game so far, says Rugby Hitch. It has been a good one. Few cards, a lot of wind, a lot of rain. So hopefully we don't end up with too many more cards or too much more wetness in the second half. Apparently, Jet Li Hong Kong rugby team, as it was Justin, and also we have got the Blues win tomorrow, will be a host for the finals as well. And also about 3.5 hours. That is a long train ride, isn't it? I guess I'm trying to think of the longest train ride that I've been on, and I feel like it's only like 30 minutes or so. And also we have got there Richie Moanga looking sharp in a Samoan or Tongan jersey, says Billa. I mean, it could be an option in the future, maybe. And also it will be a close game, but the Crusaders will win, says Mark. And also we have got, and do you think what do you think of the red card rule? I think red should be red, says Dale. It's a tricky one because it depends on the circumstance, but I've been a bit of an advocate for a 40-minute red, because it's long enough that your team really does struggle. Like 20 minutes feels like nothing sometimes. Like the Chiefs survive their 20 or their 10 minutes, just all gone. Pablo Matera, he's going to be off for not too long at all. So 40 minutes, I can understand if it's one that they're like, it's not the absolute worst that we've ever seen, but it still needs to be punished. Like somewhere around there. But then saying that, I think New Zealand for Super Rugby and whatnot is actually the only one that goes for the 20 minutes at this point. And also goes fast with cricket commentary and staring at female students, says Sebastian. Well, make sure you switch up who you're staring at, or else then 3.5 hours is a very long time at one person, and you might end up with a restraining order by the end of it. Spoken from experience. Nah, just kidding. I don't go on trains very much, hey, mum. And also we really am along as a Cantab to the core. He's Johnny Long and Strong. And Chiefs have numpties for fly half, says Jobo. So I guess who would you sign as your fly half, Jobo, if you got an option of doing so? And also you can drive from Auckland to Wellington in 5 hours, says JJ there. So is that by train or by car? And also, don't lie, Hamish, says Paddy. No, I can't say that I've been in that situation before, luckily for myself, but it's a first, I was about to say there's a first time for everything, but I don't know whether that's the right one for this occasion. But currently, halftime, 13 points difference between these two sides. The Crusaders making a lot of their tackles, not spending 50 or 5-0 much. Carr says JJ, and also we have got there paying particular attention to those females' chest and behind areas, says Johnny Long and Strong. And also, if they do that, how do you define how serious one red is versus another? It depends on the ref, says Dow. So yeah, if I was to be in charge, which I'm not, of course, I would have it 40 minutes across the whole board. But if like they made that argument of we still need 80-minute red cards, I feel like they need like an in between. Just because sometimes a red is too much. Like sometimes it's just down to the rule book type thing of whether or not you do get a red compared to the yellow. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be either completely 80 or 40. I don't think 20 is long enough. And just getting, you don't travel by train a lot, but you still can make, well, you have some restriction orders to your record, says Sebastian. Also, come on, Hamish, cheers for the Crusaders, says Mark and Jess. And also, fair call, says Dale. And also, if the Crusaders play like this all night, no chance against the Blues, says Spider Meek. I think my Chiefs kit that Johnny Blaze gave me is still behind me somewhere, hiding about, because I did keep it handy just in case of them. But yeah, that was sent to me, and I live in Canterbury, so that's probably a risky thing to wear out in public. But who knows? Maybe we try and pay him. I know I read that one, and Havili is gone. Who's next to Tupaia or Tuivasa? What do you reckon? I think it's going to be. I think Tuivasa Sheik's already had his injury during the. When did he have his injury? It was early Super Rugby, wasn't it? So I think he's going to be all right. Quinton Tupaia, I think he's a resilient bugger, so he'll be all right for a bit longer. So I think it's going to be probably more than likely. Rico Ioane's been injured as well, now that I think about it. So I don't know. I mean, Anton Leonard-Brown, he's injured. There are a lot of injuries at the moment. And also, we've got to put the Chiefs on, come on. And also, how about the Redlaw being like 25-minute player out, a 5-point penalty? Says Sergio Games, and also put it on, says Mr. JJ. And also, as it's still halftime, it is indeed. So we've still got a little bit more time till these two sides make their way back out there. But by a little bit of time, I mean probably about a minute and a half, as it looks like they're just about to make their way back out there. And also, Amur for New Zealand number 12. So that would be Levi Amur. Although the thing is, I would love to see him play for one of the Pacific Island teams because I don't think he'd get utilised the way that he should in New Zealand. Also, it would be so amazing if you went to a pub in Canterbury for this game wearing the Chiefs jersey. I think I would, no joke, get hit, like more than likely. And also, how much content are you putting out the week? Putting out a week, says Distracted Sports. We've got quite a bit. It's been a little bit slower this week overall, just because I've been catching up on the sleep that I missed from last weekend. But I believe if we're talking about this week coming up, we have got our Super Rugby lineup videos for the final. We've got the URC lineup, I believe, that will be coming up. We've got the cricket that we are doing. Also, our live streams that are coming up for the Gallagher Premiership final, URC final, Super Rugby final. Got a couple All Blacks videos coming before they announce the squad on Monday. So we got a couple more sneaking out before that. But normally each week you can probably expect to see about maybe 5 to 10 videos and about 5 to 10 live streams on the channel, which might cut down a little bit till we get to international rugby, which is actually only about 15 or 18 days away. And also, I've just joined you, scored the tries for the Crusaders. Both tries scored by Cullen Grace. Did very nicely. And tell me, what do you think our all-time points will be? Says it was Mark and Jess all-time points, as in like the full-time score, maybe. Mark, do let me know. And also, my backline for the ABs, All Blues, Magnificent 7, says Biden. And also, I've just joined. I know I read that one. And also, I haven't really seen Roger Tuivasa-Sheck play much, as he has done. As brilliant as people saying. And are the All Blacks too soon for him, says Dale. I think it's going to be down to maybe his inclusion in the Brumbies game. That's going to be massive for him. And next 40, make it 40, says Chiswell. And also, yes, Levi Moore and Fijian colours would be epic, says Johnny Longstrong. And also, whereabouts in Canterbury you're from, says Meek MCE. So I am a little bit further south of the Canterbury region in terms of like when people think of Canterbury, Christchurch, and then I'm kind of a part of South Canterbury in between Timaru and Oamaru, if you know whereabouts those are. And impressive stuff, says Distracted Sport. Oh, that was almost dropped straight away from Scott Barrett. I think he's caught that one on his foot. Done very nicely. Now, Bryn Hall goes back across to Moonga. They're inside of their own 22 and still a man disadvantage for the next 11 minutes. Good run from Good Hugh. About 25 metres out. And thoughts on a Feely Pie. Gotta love a Feely Pie. They are very nice indeed. And I feel like anyone who you ask, my mum's currently looking down. Watch this. Feely Pies out of 10? 9. There you go. Near Waimate, in Waimate, Mysterian. Well, that location. And wait a second, Cullen Grace, your former schoolmate. And there, says Sebastian. Yep. Or not quite former schoolmate, it was former teammate, though. We were both in the South Canterbury cricket team. Oh, stolen by Summerstone Takiaho. Hanging on to this one now. It's a little knock on. George Bauer looks like he's in a bit of strife at the moment. Staying down. Bryn Gatlin's dropped the ball again. And they will be going back for the scrum now. And I'm always best and informed 12 in Super Rugby Pacific, says Billy. And also, I appreciate your work, man. Cheers. Says Luai, no worries at all. And we have got plenty more coming. I used to live in Ashburton, says Mystery on there. Oh, but yeah, you can get some pretty good pies. That's the thing. Copeland's as well, I think it's just a South Island thing, isn't it? Or is there Copeland's in the North Island? But if there's not, like, Copeland's is good as well. And also, Roger too asked the Sheik won't create the ABs because he's useless. Since next many minutes of the stream arguing with Betty, says Johnny Longstrong and Hamish. The scoreboard hasn't moved. What's going on? Says Spider Meek. I think it's slightly asleep, but it is on the right score at the moment with it sitting on 42. And I'm all in Tawatawanawa with bloody awesome for my Super Rugby fantasy team, says Jobo. Yeah, they were looking very good. No Copeland's up north. So yeah, anyone who is in the South Island, check out Copeland's. You won't be disappointed. They've got heaps of stuff. And also, we have got their whereabouts of you now. So I am in Waimate currently. And Waimate love the Strawberry Fair, says Dal. I think, did they have to cancel it last year? Hopefully they do end up bringing one. And also, we have got we have a Copeland's in Hamilstone. And also Hamilton. And also, I don't really like pies. Although Copeland's brings more than just pies. I should try and get a sponsorship with Copeland's. I feel like that would be masterful. Or like very strategic because I eat some of their stuff. So, who knows? Maybe they're like, hey, have a couple pies for a live stream. And also we have got there, are you like a Dagwodo? Dagwood. What is a Dagwood? Distractor Sports do let me know they are fantastic. And the apricot and yogurt biscuits. That's Mysterion. And also Roger Tuivasa-Sheckard's quality will be a massive asset for the ABs. Who's your favourite Crusader? I'd say Will Jordan from watching, and also Ethan Blackadder, although he's not playing in this game. It's going to be the free kick now to the Chiefs, just outside of the 22, not been for a few years. Cost me too much. Says Dale there, their savouries are great. Says Amik, MCE. Yeah, you can always find something nice and buy bread from there as it is cheap. And also I remember being in this chat when you had like 12 viewers and I was one of your first 800 followers, says the Gamer. And there, have you changed your name, the Gamer? Because I see you got a GTA 5 picture. Did you used to have a different name? Do let me know. And get him Hamish win gets them pies, says Nathan. And also gets his bag back again. Izzy Bag, tell a friend, welcome in, Izzy. How are you finding this first half and second half of the rugby so far? Are you nervous or are you feeling pretty confident? Do let me know. Now another 8 minutes left. And I'm watching the game right now as well as watching you, says Mark and Jess. I do appreciate that. And yeah, currently on my clock, it is 43 minutes, 42 seconds for anyone who does want to try and link it up. And the cheapest bread is the one you, Nick. Good life lesson. Fair play. And also go, boys, you've got this. So here's Minty kicked him behind from the Chiefs. Jason after a Will Jordan, just too much pace though. Oh, that's been taken back. So I believe now that is going to be a 5-meter scrum. And also, who do you bet on to win this match? Says Timothy. If I had to pick anyone to win at this point in time, I'd say the Crusaders, but the Chiefs, I mean, at the end of the day, we might see something special from the Chiefs. Definitely if they score now. And nice bread. We have that bakery up in the Sunny Bay of Plenty, says JJ. And also my favorite Crusaders, Dan Carter. And also Dagwood Dogs, hot dog and batter on a stick, Aussie style. Okay, see, we just call them hot dogs. And in America, they call them corn dogs, don't they? Probably not quite with that accent. And also when public went off, I've been nervous, but overall good game. And let's go. The Chiefs don't stuff it up now. Chiefs and Chiefs scrum, says Joe Bro. Yeah, 5 meters out from the line here. Going to have a big opportunity for themselves. So another 6.5 minutes left. And Sam Whitelock is being rested. In fact, thumb injury for him, unfortunately. So that means that he is going to be out. And Zach Gallagher is in for this match. So hopefully he will be back for the final if they do make it through. Bryn Hall has said to use a brilliant word from Bryn Hall. He's caused a nuisance of himself and he's been able to time that one to perfection. And because of it now, it does mean that Peter Gusto, a caller, once again, another handling error. It looked like Severin Reese was whispering sweet nothings in Brad Weber's ear there. He's done a lot of talking today, Severin Reese, I've noticed. Whether it's the HIA calls or whether it is any other penalty or anything, he has been talking flat out. And also we have got the Dagwood dog sound revolting. Has anyone had a Greek sausage roll? They had the definition of happiness. I've had a Max sausage roll. If you had it also in the Cook Island, we call Tonga or Tango Ua. Says it was Teri Pai. Hopefully I've said that correctly. Or Au is it? Or Ua. Not too sure. And also there is a bakery/cafe in Tinwald that is brilliant, says Mysterion. And also so many missed opportunities from the Chiefs. And at this stage, I can't see that happening for Alo. And also don't worry, Chiefs going to win. I'm just going to have a quick look at the TAB odds, see how they are sitting currently. But the Chiefs, they have not got the possession currently. Have you heard of Georgie Pye? No longer around. Was the bomb in the days. See, I feel like that is one that I probably haven't really tried. Because what's the nearest comparison to a Georgie pie? Is it like a shepherd's pie or a... I always get my shepherd's pie and cottage pie mixed up. Cottage pie has no pastry, does it? Or does it? And deep fried, but so messy, but so good as they on corn dogs are similar, but the batter is made with cornmeal instead of just flour, says David. I was like, head high, brother. Says Nazi Williams, currently 40 meters out from the line here for the Chiefs. Gatlin passes it back once again. Nice step from it. Tenonana Satoro. And on to it, Weber. Is off to Tarval, the lone try scorer for the Chiefs. And also, what's we're talking trash for? That's an L for lifetime. And there, as I says, Johnny Long and Strong. Also, the Blues Brumbies have to hit them from behind. The blind hit, says Spider Mick. Running forward now, Alex Nankerville. We haven't really seen a huge amount of him touching the ball throughout this match currently, but 50 meters out. And the Chiefs just need to use phase after phase. They'll roll out of there, Brad. Or sorry, it was Bryn Gatlin. Now off the top of eye. They're just a bit quick on defense here for the Crusaders. Very metallic. Now Gatlin. Off to Quintabai. Nice inside ball off to Alex Nankerville. Trying to go through. Bumps off the tackle at Cullen Grace. Hi, what's up, says Dr. Ezra. Welcome in, mate. Shepherd Pies has the potato top. And then also Will Hines has signed for Canterbury NPC. Wonder if he plays for the Crusaders next year. It's a good question. And Bunnings NPC not too far away. Josh Ioane now going through. Good tackle on him by Will Jordan, though. Get him both of the legs, tying him up. And playing some very good rugby lately. The Crusaders fullback and also come on the Chiefs. And also 35-7 for the full-time score. Now Luke Jacobson gets driven forward just a bit further. Samasone Takiaho. 32 minutes left in this game for the Chiefs. Now Bryn Gatlin goes off to a 10 on Nana Satora, unable to break through to tackle with Goodhue. But the Chiefs are getting closer, up to 16 phases. Pupuwai unwilling to let the turnover come the way of the Crusaders here. Tavo once again tackled low. That is actually by Brody McAllister, who has replaced Cody Taylor. Now Samasone Takiaho. Around the side, the Chiefs, they're up to 18. Go on the Crusaders. Push, push, push. Says Terepai and also Chiefs dominating, says Dale, and also you're a bit young for Georgie Pie. And there says Loai. See, they sound all right, though, don't they? And Georgie Pie was a fast food joint like Macca's that only served pies. Last time I was in New Zealand, they sold Georgie Pie at Macca's. Because I know that people like the apple pies from McDonald's, don't they? Turned over, 21 phases in. And that's going to be kicked downfield. It's an awkward one to take, but it's taken nicely now by Peter Gusto-Akula. Trying to get around Severise. Looks for the offload. Goes close to the touchline. Low grabs it now. This is pressure and a half from the Crusaders. And they are making it extremely difficult for the Chiefs to get any meterage. They worked hard to get through, but then they are now inside of their own half. Now Bryn Gatlin, Alex Nankerville going for the 50-22 attempt here. Taken nicely by Will Jordan. He's back there ready to go with a step. He goes around Nankerville. Too quick, Will Jordan. Another step. Brilliant low tackle made by Gatlin, but he breaks out of it. Oh, that was a rough pass. It's an absolutely terrible pass from Will Jordan. And the Chiefs, they have been able to take it back. It just slipped out of his hands. And this team, or this team tonight, I write them off against the Blues if the Blues win tomorrow. Says Spiderbeck. Good, you got plenty of time here. This will be testing out the kick. And it has gone into touch. Do they take it quickly? They decide against it in the end. So that was quite a long bit of phase play between these two sides, that is for sure. But Will Jordan, some nice step in there. And Chiefs got to try something. Says Rio Game and also the Blues versus Chiefs for Alo's prediction of this one. But it was a great step by Will Jordan. He is certainly looking dangerous throughout this game. This is actually one of the first ones in a while he hasn't scored a try in, I believe, which is interesting. But also we have got there, how do you think Crusaders will go in the final? If it is against the Blues, I think it's going to be closer than we saw for their game in Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. But I think it is going to be just as close as we saw for their game of Super Rugby Pacific. If you remember that game, only a couple points difference. It was actually the Blues who were able to win that one. That was an awkward fall for one of the locks. Now Quintal on the halfway line once again, just trying to march through. Mitch Drummond, he is on the field now for Bryn Hall, and I believe the Crusaders making two other changes. Bauer off for Williams, and then the last change, Fletcher Null coming on the field for Ollie Jaeger. And this game is frustrating me. Don't worry, Chiefs going to win. And great passage of play, says Distracted Sports. Now going back across, nice pop pass up. And Takiaho, he's dropped the ball. I can see where the frustration is coming from, Novmum, because that was shocking for the ball security from the Chiefs. Now, David Avili gives it an almighty boot straight into the breeze, so it's going to pull up relatively quickly. Nicely taken now. Bryn Gatlin looking for a 50-22, and it's not going to find it straight down the middle of the field. Crusaders are finals rugby bred, and also close the cap man. Says it was Luai there. Now, nicely taken by Jack Goodhue on the halfway line. I think it will either be the Satyrs versus Brumbies or Blues versus Satyrs, says Ed Smith. Now, pass back. David Avili, nicely done. Once again, Brody McAllister finds a silky offload. He's only just come out on the field. Drummond now goes back. Crusaders, let's go, boys, says Davida. Nice wide cutout pass to Lester Whaiananuku. Wrestled down once again. And also we have got Chiefs will come from behind and then face the Brumbies. That would be a massive game, and it would be taking place at FMG Stadium as well if that was the matchup. Whaiananuku. 40 metres out now from the line for the Crusaders. 51 minutes through this game. 10 seconds left of the penalty. Roddy Retallick takes the quick tap, and the referee says, no, thank you. We'll be going back. Okay, he didn't play on the mark. He was about half a metre to the side of the mark. So now Corey Kelly will be able to make his way out into the field. The pressure from the Crusaders is hot, and they know how to win the big games. They certainly do. 26 from 26 at home in finals football. They're looking very nicely. And where is FMG Stadium? It is in Hamilton. So, yeah, it would be the Chiefs' home game. If the Blues and the Crusaders both lose, if you can smell what the Rockets cooking, roast pork, potato, gravy, Chiefs to win by 20. And also, we're playing a game tomorrow. Do you have any advice? Says Mark, what position are you? Do let me know. And I'll try my best to give you some. But the first thing, no matter what position you are, is just, I guess, simplest thing is have fun. Like, at the end of the day, like, it might be a tough game depending on the team that you play for, but just enjoy it. Have your little moments in the game and just love every second of it. Big run forward from Quintupai. He's hit hard by Lester Whaiananuku. The Chiefs once again, 25 out. Luke Jacobson driving hard. And the Blues looking at this game, they'll be a little bit nervous. The reason I say that is because they haven't really missed too many tackles, the Crusaders. So come on, Chiefs. And also, thank you, says Mark. And also, we have got this game, Chiefs come from behind. Here's Nathan. And also, we have got their Low will score next. It will be a try for the Chiefs winger now. Samasani Takiaho trying to break forward. Weber goes off now to bring Gatlin inside ball to Ollie Norris, who has recently made his way out onto the field. It was a big bump off of Mitch Drummond. Now with the Crusaders back to 15, it's going to be just a little bit more challenging, but this is looking good for the Chiefs. Jonah Lowe sells the dummy. Going 40 was tackled a little bit high from Jack Goodhue, but it is play on just for now. Flat ball off to Angus Tavo, the lone try scorer for the Chiefs. For how much longer, though? Brody McAllister unable to get the turnover. Now Jacobson, pop pass back to Gatlin. Now off to Quintupai. Cut out pass. It's gone over the head of Nankerville. And that was the opportunity for the Chiefs. If any of the All Blacks put their hand up or put up their hand for the Island Series. Here's Mysterion. I would say from this game, like, for argument's sake, I'd say Cullen Grace has probably put his name back in there for loose forwards. Definitely with the amount of injuries we have had. Then alongside that, Will Jordan, he's got to be there. Richie Moonga, I think, will also have a good opportunity. And then for the Chiefs, I'd say probably Quintupai, even though it just blew up there for them. And Hamish, they never missed a tackle, but the scoreboard doesn't look good. See, Spider Mech. Yeah, so the Chiefs, the Crusaders, they have made 160 tackles from 16 misses, I think it is. And also, he messed up that pass. That was Quintupai, just went over the head of Alex Nankerville. I go to Timaru Boys High School. They are facing the Crusaders coach soon. And the Crusaders coach son said, can't wait to beat my poor school. Says, get to the best. And also, they have got so many chances. Yeah, it's been a lot. And also, Crusaders will be unstoppable now. 170 tackles made and 19 missed tackles. Compared to the Chiefs, 60 tackles made, 13 missed tackles. So it has been classy from the Crusaders on defense as they continue try and book themselves a final. And also, do you also do rugby league live commentary for the State of Origin? And there it says it was Davida. So we have got we were hoping to do State of Origin last time that it was on, but myself and my dad actually ended up watching it. But we did a video on our channel of myself and mum playing along with Rugby League Live 4 of the match. Jonah Lowe looks injured here. So I think that is going to be the end of his night by the looks of it, which more than likely means either Chase Tiatia or maybe Rame Kapoiapi. It is Tiatia that they go with. And also we have got their Dune Manu logo. And there says Pele. And also we have got their No Fat Lady singing Yet, says Mr. JJ. Taken nicely by the Crusaders. 5 meters out from their line. I think Brody Retallick's come straight through the middle there. So he might have a slight hand on what happens here at the back. They have been able to get it out now. Corey Callow, man who came on the field to replace Pablo Matera, drew him backwards big time. And also Crusaders Voodoo there. Sorry. And also we have got their didn't go. And there says Tilla. And also we have got their predict your final. And who will win, says Cats in the best. That's going to be a tricky one. It's a Crusaders line out now, though. There's a huge difference in the number of tackles. Have the Chiefs got higher territory and position stats? They do. But sadly for them, they just haven't been able to get through. And Sebastian has actually got that link to the matchup that me and me mum did on, there it is, just a finger at top of our eye. But we did that match on Rugby League Live 4. It came out yesterday. We were playing as the Blues up against the Maroons. Now, Cullen Grace taking that one nicely at line out time. How many tries have the Chiefs bowled? Probably, I would say 3. 3's probably, yeah, I'll go with 3. Somewhere around there. And also we have got the Let's Go Bay of Plenty. Says Nathan now. Richie Moonga stepping through the tackle of Gatlin. Good low tackle made by Sam Kane, though. And he is a very happy face for Chiefs supporters to be able to see out there. And final prediction is Chiefs versus Brumbies. And the Brumbies to win Super Rugby 2022. And also, as a Blues fan, I predict a Blues final with the Crusaders. And the Blues will lose says Jamie Ordell. That's going to be the advantage now to the Chiefs. They get the penalty instead. I believe they will be kicking this one for the corner. It's pretty much your only option. I would say you got to take that risk. See if there's a chance. 11 penalties against the Crusaders compared to the 3 of the Chiefs. So they've had plenty of time with the ball in hand. What are they deciding? They're saying that their maul probably doesn't stack up well enough, but that is rough. My prediction is all the way Blues to win this year's Super Rugby Pacific. They are going for the corner. I think this is the right option for the Chiefs. I know that one of the commentators was saying it wasn't the best choice, but as long as they get this line out right, it's going to be important. And Blues going all the way, says Alo. That one is only going to be about 15 metres out from the line, though. Quinton Strange coming back, and also Joe in your dream. And also we have, I agree, Jason O'Donnell, sorry. And then also we have got there, Cullen Grace will be a surprise All Blacks on Monday, I guess, says Luai. Yeah, he's chosen the perfect game to try and go for it. That's drawing Blues all the way, says Alo. Now Simasoni Takiao about to throw this one in. Taken nicely by the Chiefs, right. So they've done the first step, which was win the line out. Second step is get themselves over that try line for the first time in the half. A converted try for the Chiefs will be decisive, exactly right. All they need is just a few points on the board just to put the pressure back on the Crusaders. More than likely, though, they do need it to go over because 2 converted tries would get them up to 21 here. Arsen back across. Simasoni Takiaho, drops the head there once again. Now Gatlin goes back. It's another advantage that time for offside. So the Chiefs can try their best. I think there was another advantage. Chase Tiatia. They think he's been taken out, maybe. They're going to be checking that one. And I'm dreaming Sam scores. Also come on the Chiefs, says Murray. Okay, 18 and another number offside. The Crusaders, I mean, a few more penalties down this end. They should probably have someone in the bin soon, you would think, because it's 12 penalties against them. And also, have remember those names who are Blues fans that say Blues will lose. Got you, says Nathan. Right, now Gatland will be kicking this one for touch. This one needs to be right. Once again, it's not the best kick, but it's not the worst. They're going to be about 10 metres out. Hi, Kiwi Lad, says Barry Green. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. If you are excited for the match a little bit later on, Leinster taking on the Bulls. We will be covering that one on the channel, plus a bit of the cricket that is coming up. Speaking of cricket, South Africa beating India. So nicely done in the T20s. And hold on to your hats, gentlemen. Hold down your skirt, ladies. We're in for a treat tonight. And Chiefs, plus Kane is coming back from injury. Says Daniel, they're trying to go for the rolling maul here, but the defence for the Crusaders throughout this whole game has been very solid. They've been told to use it, although it was just starting to go forward for the Chiefs. Now going to be available once again. Now Quinton Tapia plays halfback. Great run forward from Quinton Tapia. Tries to get the lead driver. And for me, he's in the All Blacks. The way that he has been playing, although that ball has gone loose. I want to throw something. This game is infuriating. And Chiefs all the way for me. Says it was Barry Green. And come on, the Chiefs, says Roddy. Going to be an awkward one. Tenonana Satoro has gone backward for them. One of the first time we've actually seen him get some step in space. He's gone through 2 tackles. Dragged down by the third defender, which was Quinton Strange. Now Weber back to Angus Ta'aval. And far too many penalties from the Crusaders men. Anoka G. And there as well, says Johnny Long and Strong. Nice step there. Chase Tiatia on the inside. Fine Nuku trying to turn it over. Unable to do so. I believe Kane is overrated. Just one man's opinion. And there says Justin, although he could have a massive impact in the later stages of this game for the Chiefs, that is for sure. Now Gatlin, nice step. Still hanging on to it up to the 22. 7 phases in. Tupavai tries the step. Isn't able to make his way through. Now Brody Retallick, another carry. Tom Christie told to release. Gatlin fires it back. Josh Ioane, short ball off to it. Then Onana Satoro, brilliant low tackle on him. And that looked like it was close to a knock-on. It's a double knock-on. I think the referee initially said that it was going to be a knock-on against the Crusaders, but then decided to give it to the Chiefs. Or sorry, he decided it was against the Chiefs, not the Crusaders. Nick Berry and Scott Warrison in a costume. I want to say overrated, says JJ, and also 23-13 as 10, not 8, says Dale there. And also we have got there, well, should have taken the point, says Luai. And also we have got there, that's 9 getting closer, says Dale. It's gone down though. Visits to opposition 22. 7 compared to the Rucks in opposition 22, 74. And the time of the opposition 22 for the Chiefs, 11 minutes 41, but they have only scored 1 try throughout that time. The Crusaders, they have been in the opposition 22 for 2 minutes, and they have been able to find themselves 2 tries. And also cynical play or good defending by this Crusaders Bit of both, maybe. Just sneaking in there a little bit of a combo, because they've had a few times where like 2 or 3 guys have been offside, which is risky play. Definitely when you've already had the yellow card and the red card throughout the match. But Luke Jacobson currently trying to fire up his team, see what they can do. I think it will be Crusaders versus Blues or the Brumbies. Also, Gus, it's the second knock on. In fact, I think Peter Gus Sowakula, if you count the one that he put down that wasn't a try, that's probably about his 3rd or 4th. And a bit of a shocker in the rain currently. But the tackles made, almost 200 made by the Crusaders as they sit there with 194 tackles made, 23 missed tackles. But the tackle completion is actually 89. And well, come on, Chiefs, go. And the Crusaders just have to be like Real Madrid. I do not lose the final in also 4 teams. And there's only one Blues, of course. Says Bottomik, come on, Chiefs, you can do this. The possession, though, 65% for the Chiefs, 70% for the Territory, and the carries of 143, yet they've had less line breaks and less meters gained than the Crusaders. So those are stats and a half. And also go the ball, says Dr. Ezra. And also Crusaders have peaked up at the right time to win the Super Rugby title. And Chiefs 28, the Crusaders 26. Here's Louis there. Looks like taped up thumb for Sam Whitelock. Might be back next week. We'll have to wait and see. And also come on the mighty Chiefs. Let's go Mulu men. Says Johnny Long and Strong. 20 minutes left in this game. The difference between these two sides, currently 13 points. And keep the pressure, says Dr. Ezra. Now it is going to be Crusaders with the scrum feed. 22 out from their own line. And it goes through Cullen Grace. They say it goes backwards. So now passed off to Sever Reese, who will be going for the kick. I believe he left his 22. But luckily for him, it hasn't found touch. Instead, down the middle of the field for Josh Ioane. Needs to link up, finds the pass off to Chase Tia, pins the ears back. A brilliant low tackle made by Jack Goodhue and another drop ball. But it's a penalty to the Chiefs. Very lucky because it was knocked on once again. Sorry, no cowbells. Bring on the Blue Bells. And if the Blues win tomorrow, I'm picking Super Rugby Pacific winner will come from New Zealand. Just my opinion. Says Dale. It's a good opinion to have, and also keep the pressure, Chiefs, and keep fighting, Chiefs, says Karoy. And also the Chiefs always have the best jerseys. They will always win the Fashion Cup Championship in Super Rugby and phases, Chiefs. And the Chiefs miss their cowbell and catch them out. So now they have kicked this one for the corner. They're going to be sitting 15 meters out from the line now. And Samasoni Takiaho, massive line out here. And Crusaders will show the rest of the teams who is the real chance, says David, and who won, says Ravi. We have still got a little bit more time left, about 20 minutes or so. Too many handling here, says Karoy. And Crusaders versus Blues is the grand final. Taken nicely by Tupavai. Samasoni Takiao trying to find a gap, get it to Tia. And Blues going to win Super Rugby, says Alo it was. And Chiefs stop dropping the ball. Yeah, they've had a lot of handling errors. Oh, it's popped out the side again. But it's gone backwards. Still gone backwards. Now, Bryn Gatlin trying to link up with someone. It's an advantage in favor of the Chiefs for the drop ball. Oh, 2 knock-ons. First one against Sam Cane. And why is the ref not giving Crusader yellow card, says Craig? It's a good question. They have given away, I believe it's 13 penalties in a row. Or not quite in a row. I think they gave away about 10 in a row now. And that is going to be the knock-on for the Crusaders. Now they have got the ball. And also Chiefs stop dropping the ball. And also this is a sicky game. Says Johnny Long and Strong. And also, come on, Chiefs, 20 minutes is all it takes. It's going to be important for them. I've yawned a couple times. I think it's because it's getting quite toasty in here. Okay, they're talking to David Hill, the Chiefs assistant coach, and they're going to be asking that question of where is the try going to be coming from for the Chiefs? And this isn't preseason game. Says betting, and also the Chiefs team have to give it all their best to defeat the mighty Crusaders. And also we have got there, who do you think, what did you think of State of Origin 1 on Wednesday? It wasn't upset, that is for sure, but it was a pretty good game. Me and Dad watched it outside of the live stream. And yeah, we sat through it. I liked, who was it? Cameron Munster. He played phenomenally. And also Tedesco in the later stages. He was doing quite nicely for the Blues. And also, or is this getting boring? There's Ioane. Now run 4 from Peter Gus-Sowakula. They're only a few meters out from the line now. The Chiefs, they need a try and they need it soon. And it's time, Chase, says Mr. JJ. And also, how many jerseys do you own, New Zealand? own NZ from which franchises. So New Zealand sides, I actually only have a CHIEFS kit out of the Super Rugby sides. That is the only one that I own, and I'm actually from Canterbury, so that's probably a bit of a risky one. Haven't did the Crusaders pay the ref before the game, says Craig Horn. There may have been some money exchanged, but then that's the thing, though. Like, the only reason we could say that is because they haven't had any more cards, I guess, and say it as all day, says Emmanuel, and also it's a setup. They want the Crusaders to win. They've just won the penalty as well. And Ozakane is not inspirational enough to be All Blacks captain, says Lennon. So would you go with Adi Savi or would you go someone else? Do let me know. And also, I wish you come to Wellington, Hamish. Here's Jeffrey Fockard. I mean, I know I haven't got any Wellington trips planned in the near future, but when I do, I'll be sure to let you know. The Turnovers conceded 16 by the Chiefs. That is just way too many for them, unfortunately. And the Crusaders making over 200 tackles throughout this match. Go like this. And like this. That kick is not found touch now. Josh Ioane's got it. 40 metres out from the line, looking to try and link up with someone. Ateno Nanasatoro does the run, but Lester Faina Nuku, another tackle made. The Crusaders, their defence, I would say this is probably one of their best defensive efforts throughout the season. And also Distracted Sports has donated $10. Buy your mum something. I certainly will. I did actually get during the BBL, I got her this cap, which is probably going to be very hard to tell what it is, but it's a Melbourne Stars cap. It's just unfortunate that it's green because it's kind of see-through with the green screen, but I'll be sure to get her a nice little present of some sort. For Mother's Day, I got her an hoodie, which seems to be all the rage at the moment. Whoops. There we go. I put up the wrong one there. There we go. Now currently hanging on to it. Sitting only a few meters out from the 40-meter line here. The Crusaders counter ruck, brilliantly done. And they've been able to take it back and catch them. She says Dr. Ezra, 200 tackles. Well, that shows some conditioning for the Crusaders and their determination. And also what a position/territory stats. The Chiefs are sitting about 65% for both aspects of that. Yet they are still only sitting on the 7 points. And also, and your Chiefs. Cheers coming out now, says Craig Horn. I mean, I'm from Canterbury, so not really, no. I feel like I'm all right at this stage. But now Jack Goodhue driving forward nicely once again. Mitch Drummond goes back to Scott Barrett. And the Crusaders, they won't mind just holding on to this ball for a little bit longer. And also we've got the Cowboys 13 plus, says Nick from Australia on YouTube. Says it was Jeffrey. And also we have got their damn Ollie, says Nathan there. The Crusaders defense on the 22 was really good. And also you try the Sudafed, yet not quite. I did try a different one, though, that we did have available. And also our awesome bro buying your mother gifts for their special day. You old ladies a legend, says Johnny Longstrong. She is indeed. And she will be actually joining me for the next live stream. She is going to be doing the cricket commentary with me for the first hour or two of New Zealand versus England. So be sure to check that out as well. If you do want to have a catch up with me, mum, ask her a few questions. Hopefully nothing too bad overall, but now nicely taken by Josh Ioane. And also Kane is not All Blacks captain's material. Savia is more of a captain, says Rangi there. Passing it back across. Peter Gusto, a caller. 13 minutes left. Are the Chiefs just saving it for the very last moment of this game or something? Because it seems like they've had so much phase play nicely done by Tom Christie. That's a knock on from Brad Weber, though. And Sever Reese giving it the big chahu right in the face of the Chiefs. And also as Will Jordan scored, yet he is not. There's one thing lacking from this game is a Will Jordan try. Only the 2 tries for Cullen Grace and Angus Tarval. So actually all forwards. It's not a fair game. Ref's not fair, says Spider-Mick. And also we've got the Crusaders have won a couple of games with under 40% possession, says Mysterion. And also backup co-captains Aaron Smith, Cody Taylor. Are you going to do the first day's play or first full day's play of the cricket? I don't know whether or not we've got the full day coming, but we are going to be doing at least the first session of it. And next goes for the All Blacks, me. And there says Justin. And also the freak is Xavier. Says it was Pele and Severese's energy, though, says Tesla. And another knock on, says Ezka Roy. There's been a lot throughout this match, but Braden Enor now will be going onto the field for Jack Goodhue. And also come on, Weber, says Louis. But yeah, it's been a rough game for the Chiefs. A lot of handling errors, which has been costing them majorly. With the stats that we've got in terms of the position, the territory, it's just not really going too well for them. They're talking about getting anxious about the ruck time and also the clock. And I'm going to quickly check what the odds are, because for me, even though they've had so much of the territory and possession, they haven't looked that close to scoring at a few of these stages, unfortunately. So currently, as we sit, the Chiefs are $16 underdogs up against the Crusaders. I agree. Kane is not captain material. And also find your hands, Chiefs, and the Antavita with the laughing face. And also do that sneaky. Okay. And also we have got there, I agree, Kane, not captain material, and go Crusaders because I want you to verse my Blues. So there's Arlo. And I think that was the matchup that a lot of people wanted to see. And there's a chance that we might get to see it relatively soon. But now, Samasonu Takiaho going head-to-head with Brody McAllister. So he's had quite a long shift. I believe Bradley Slater will be coming off the bench. And the later stages, the Blues team will lose the Crusaders and put glue on your hands and Chiefs go home. And also, are we having another guest tomorrow night for the Blues versus Brumbies, says Nathan. Sadly, we are going to be not having the same guest overall, but we will hopefully maybe have him as a guest appearance for the final, as he is back up in Christchurch currently. I should have sent him to this game, but on a wet, rainy night, I don't think he would have enjoyed it too much. And also, is that scoreboard correct? It is currently still sitting the way that it needs to. At the moment, Ollie Norris just going back to his mark. Crusaders having a bit of a push and a shove with him, and also Grow Crusaders. I'm from South Africa, big Crusaders fan, says Bentley. So I guess you are back in the Bulls as well, up against Leinster in the URC game a little bit later on tonight. Anyone missing to South African teams at this time of year? It's a hard edge. It does indeed. And it's a shame that we haven't got them. And also, George says, Mr. JJ, not at this stage. We won't be having George. I think, he might join me for tomorrow, or not tomorrow, sorry, for next week, as I think he was busy this weekend. I was clever. I made a flask of coffee so I don't have to leave the kitchen to make another hot drink. He's got a pocket of chocolate thins, or a packet of chocolate thins. Sounds like some very good strategy. But like they're saying, no points in the second half of this game. Are we going to see something coming back? And Naked HD there with the thumbs down. And as says Louis, and also this is a bit frustrating from the Chiefs. Yeah, they have not played well, but they've still got 11 minutes. But the Chiefs are about to possibly be a little bit further behind. And also, I told you Nick Berry lives in Timaru, does he? I haven't seen him about. Maybe because of the fact that if he was out and about and anyone from any other region saw it, and also make a donation and likes this video, and like this video, kia ora, as says Nathan. Yeah, I mentioned that on one of the other ones, didn't I? How, like, at the end of the day, if he donated with his weird links and whatnot, I have to put it up on the screen. And Sam offloads to Chase, says Mr. JJ. And also, we need to play again. The Blues final, go, boys. And come on, the chair says Dr. Ezra. If they get this kick over, it will be the first points of the second half. And not just that, it will end up giving the Crusaders a 15-point lead. He's got that one over. Nicely done. Wait. It missed. Jeez, that's gone short. And mods were too fast. I was about to accidentally click on the link, says Tail. And I was like, Blues versus Crusaders next week. And I was like, yep, you did. There's Nathan. Right. The Chiefs have brought out their reinforcements. I'm going to try and say everyone. Xavier Rowe, Ngātaua Akoi, Bradley Slater, George Dyer, and also I believe there is one other that they have made the change of, which I believe, I'm trying to look for who that last change was. I think it will be Rameka Poihapi. And Miss says Distracted Sports, and hey, mate, says Jacob, welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. And also Ireland and France ran over Kane in the final 20 minutes. Says Dion, and also, it's been a while since I watched your channel again, Hamish. I'm currently in Melbourne, says Escaroy. What are you doing in Melbourne? Are you working there, or are you just on holiday? Do let me know, Escaroy, but it is good to see you back. And yeah, international rugby just around the corner. This Crusaders team are ruthless, and they are on fire, says Davida. And come on, Chiefs are back with a try yet, Dyer, says JJ. Now up to the halfway line, Crusaders in position currently. Fletcher Null. One of his first runs being taken down by Kane, and also Ngātaua Akoi. Now passes back to Moonga. Goes to Will Jordan. Looked as if he was going to be kicking it. Instead, dragged down low by Luke Jacobson, who is not very, I guess, clean at this stage of the match, which just tells you he's been involved in a lot of these breakdowns, trying to get those turnovers. Come on, the Chiefs, and to all the Status fans in South Africa, come back, your bockies, or come back, your bookies. Come on, boys, says Bentley, and also want the Chiefs to win, but also be proud of the season. There isn't a team that can beat the Crusaders at home. Yeah, that's the thing. 26 from 26 in finals rugby, which is why it's so massive for the Crusaders to be able to not just win that penalty right now, but also be able to get themselves maybe a 27th win in a row for home finals. And also Brumbies will not care that they play in the final, as we will hammer the Blues tomorrow. And then we'll win the final next week, and Crusaders are going to win. At least the Chiefs come third place And there says Jacob, and also say Victorian bitter. Bitter, I think is how you've spelt that one rather than bitter. It's bitter. Penalty to the Crusaders again, though. Victorian bitter. I'm trying to think of how I would say it without thinking now. Victorian bitter. I probably would say bitter. I will save myself the R on the end. As I say, I'm going to score the winning try. Says David, he's going to need another one in the process, though. And the Crusaders are currently just outside of the 22, and Blues better win and crush the Crusaders, says Novmum there. Now, 72 minutes gone. Blues vs Crusaders in the final, says 0-7. Thrown in nicely, taken by Barrett. And damn, Spider Sensei, I got to go see you tomorrow, Kakite. We will see you later on, Spider Mech. And yeah, hope you do enjoy the rest of your evening / I guess tomorrow afternoon as well. It's another penalty advantage to the Crusaders, and hold your defensive line, Chiefs. And I think the Australians are a little overconfident. That's why Brumbies will lose tomorrow, because Blues are quietly confident. So it's Justin picked up by Richie Moong, and now off to Braden Enor. In fact, it's George Bridge. They did go with the 2 back replacements who can both play on the wing or maybe in the centres, depending on how they reshuffle. And also the Crusaders know how to close out games. And also that's how they say it. Irish Old Victorian bitter. And also I have made some coconut buns covered in sweet chocolate sauce. Sounds all right, doesn't it? And also the weather could be a leveler for the Blues versus Brumbies. But now 7 minutes left in this game. This one really has slowed down for the second half in terms of the points, but certainly not the action. Crusaders having to make a huge amount of tackles. And currently the Chiefs, they are $41 underdogs in this game. So that is a huge amount. I assume maybe they're going for the corner VB. That is how I would say it normally, actually, now that I think about it. Just the short, and it's like DB draft. All those ones. DB, double Browns over here, I guess you call it. And also we have got the Crusaders have always been dominant and confident, and Blues don't lose. You should know that, Brumbies fans. Says Louis. Although the only side that they have been beaten by was the Hurricanes, although they have gone home, and the side that beat the Hurricanes were the Brumbies. So it's a weird circle starting to form a little bit. Now the Crusaders only a few meters out from the line. Once again, Brady McAllister, and also says Louis, and also the bomb, says Mr. JJ, and also Artie and Kane highly limit All Black line out to short. Henry was perfect 8. Scott Robinson has to be All Blacks coach. And soon, says Dion, that's called as not straight. And I'm watching you, Kiwi lads, from my school. Just finished my exams at 10:30, watching you in my classroom. Hashtag fun facts. So yeah, hopefully your exams did go all right, mate. And yeah, hopefully you do, or you were able to pass them. So I guess so your exams in June, does that mean you've got a couple months off very soon, Barry? Is it the same as the Northern Hemisphere, kind of like this, I guess, summer break? Or is it the same as New Zealand, how you probably have 2 weeks off and then you're back into it? And Hamish Watso, it's so unfortunate that Kane Williamson out of injury or now to COVID. He doesn't captain and play full series. So bad luck for the Black Caps. And will you cover full day? We might not be doing the full day, but we are definitely covering at least the first session, and that will be myself and my mum joining me for that one. Got the family wasted on VB in New Zealand. Get that in your cuzzy, says Nathan. And also, I think that the Crusaders team, when they have a home game, they are on fire. And it's one of their source of win at home, says David. And also 74th minutes, next try coming. Also not too far away, perhaps, for this one. But currently, Kane Williamson, like Cody mentioned, he is out of the side. So I'm not too sure who they have replaced him with. I know that Henry Nichols will be in there. And also Barry is slaying the hot teachers after hours, says Johnny Longstrong. And also 23rd of June to 19th of July on holiday. Okay, so you get 3 weeks in that middle stage. And also Crusaders will win. That is another penalty to the Crusaders. With only 4 minutes left as well. It is just going wrong for the Chiefs. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lad Sport channel. We are getting very close to the 1,000 subscribers. I'm just going to have a quick look at that channel. We were on 933 the last time that I checked. So if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like, or actually leave a subscription over there, I should say. I'm going to have a look what we're sitting on. We are on 933 at the moment. So yeah, anyone who is new, be sure to check it out. And also we have got F Chief says Disruptive Car Club in there as well. So not a fan of the men from Waikato by the looks of it. And also Brumbies are a different team, even when it comes to finals footy, mate. Says Craig. And also what's next for you, Hamish? So the next live stream that we have got coming up, it is going to be at 10 p.m. or somewhere around there, maybe 9:55. And that will be the New Zealand versus England test match. And then after that, we have got Leinster versus Leinster versus the Bulls. And also we've got the covering Le Mans tomorrow. Le Mans. Says Lennon. Le Mans. You may have to give me more information. Sorry, I feel like that's gone straight over my head, hasn't it? Hamish Rutherford is coming for Kane. And also I've just subscribed to Mysterion, so I appreciate it, mate. And also could give a Jersey way to subscribers at 1,000 and just draw my name, says Dale. I mean, I don't know whether or not rigged giveaways is a good way to go into at the start of a channel's, I guess, career. And those Blues will win Super Rugby final by 15 by 10. And I say, yes, Johnny, my teacher is hot, the teacher's class. And then I'm in. You called me out, says Barry Green. That's another mistake from the Chiefs. It is getting to be a broken record at the moment every time that I say it, although that time I added a little bit of flair with a voice crack involved in it. Now, 30 metres out. It works for me. I won't tell, says Dale, although you've just got about 50 witnesses over for that one in a 24-hour race in France. No, we will not be doing that one, but we have actually got a video or a live stream that we are hoping to do that involves a couple of the French sides of the rugby. And also the point says Benny still sitting on 20 points to 7 at this point in time. Now only 2 minutes left. Crusaders have made 22 tackles. 222 Crusaders and Crusaders from Maputo, Mozambique. And go the Chiefs. Why not? We have a rigged government. Says JJ there. And also, says Dale. And also 2 minutes remain, says Ota. It is indeed. And I'm getting behind the Blues now, says Johnny Long and Strong. So yeah, whoever wins this game will face the winner of the Blues versus the Brumbies. And at this stage, with 1 minute 57 left, I would say that there is a good chance that we do get to see the Crusaders make their way through. And also Queensland and their says disruptive. So I guess question disruptive, who do you like? Because overall, like, I guess, yeah, you've kind of just abused everyone, haven't you? And I'll say that's Game Boy, says Des, and also bye-bye Chiefs. Thanks for not showing up. Disappointing season, says Tomonako. And also your suit is looking looking so good with full tie and court. Are you feeling heat wearing it? A little bit. We have got the fire going. So it's a bit warmer than it normally would be, but I don't mind it too much. It's relatively, it's actually kind of comfy. Although I've slouched my shoulders for this whole live stream, I've just realized. And what are the Chiefs paying now? They are probably paying about $100. As we sit, they aren't even paying. That's the end of the cutoff. And I'm always heartbroken during finals time because my Chiefs always get pipped by the Crusaders. And Johnny McNichol was an awesome player for the Crusaders. Says Ed Smith and cheers for the commentary. Amos says JJ, no worries at all. And come back, says, hey, plays doesn't look likely. And also, hey, TKL. And there says Disruptive Car Club. It's going to be an interception. No, not quite. The Chiefs still hanging on to it. He has the same tie as mine. And congratulations, Sada, says Luai. It's another drop ball. Oh, no. I mean, my mates put $100 on the Brumbies, says hey, play. So that will be paying about $450, I believe, if they were to win. Chiefs Crusaders on the win, and Chiefs played good this year too. Says Louis. So, yeah, it does seem like it is going to be Crusaders versus Blues or the Brumbies. Do let me know who you think is winning that game between the Brumbies and the Blues. Ladies and gentlemen, ATKL says Disruptive Car Club as well in there. So I hope you are doing all right. And also, where is Johnny McNichol? I think last I saw him, he was playing for Wales. All right, see you next year, Chiefs, says Mark. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. And also now I guess the next big thing is how many of them will be selected for the All Blacks. And then, yeah, Virgin Crusaders and Blues will play in the final and see you next year, Chiefs. And also, big game, boys. Thanks for the win. And also, thanks for the stream, buddy. Says down, no worries at all. We have still got another 45 seconds left of this live stream. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lad Sport channel. It is our second channel. We've got some more coming up very soon. And then win or lose, always a Chiefs fan at heart. Says Escaroy. But now Scott Robinson making his way down to the field. And Wales, says Mysterion. I'm going to burn on my Chiefs memorabilia now, says Johnny Long and Strong. And the Chiefs are so unlucky, says hey, plays. Seems like the crowd are absolutely loving having Scott Robinson make his way down. He's going to give a handshake to all of his team. And thanks for the stream. Shame for the Chiefs, says Alex Wright. And also, who I think is the best for Ireland is Johnny Sexton, says Berrigan. And also, thanks for the stream. And also, thanks for the live chat, says Ed Smith. And also, hey, can we lay Pingsland or New South Wales? Well, we did actually play as New South Wales in our Rugby League Live 4 video that me and my mum did not too long ago. But currently, the last scrum of this match, it's in the hands of the Crusaders. So more than likely, this will just be a tap into touch. Thanks very much for coming. And we'll see someone in the final, whether or not they're going to be heading up to Auckland or whether they will get to wait and see the Brumbies take them on at OrangeTheory. That is kicked into touch. That is the end of the match. And now Sever Reese is celebrating as well. Their 6th 17th final, I think they just said, and ripped up my favorite Chiefs theme PJs. And also we get their thanks for the live chat. Does it over? It is now over. They have just finished that one. Thanks for the stream. See you tomorrow. See, there's Dominaco there. So we will see a little bit later on for that next matchup. We have got the New Zealand versus England test match coming up for the cricket. It will be myself and my mum. And also, what's your comment on Johnny Sexton, Kiwi lads? He's actually playing some very good rugby at the moment. I feel like it will be one to watch out for. How many minutes left? That is now game over in this matchup. Crusaders win at 20 points to 7. No points in the second half. And Blues vs Crusaders, iconic stuff. Best rugby player in the world is Wesley for funds. And also, Johnny, I'll send you some Crusaders ones, says Dale. And also Wellington States versus Southland Sharks tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. And good work, Satyrs. Says Teza, and let's go Blues. Says Nathan. So the next game that we are going to have, it will be the matchup between the Brumbies and the Blues. That is taking place at 7:05 p.m. tomorrow night. And that is the last game. Also, well done, mate. You pronounced the name right. Thanks, says Luai there. And no worries at all, mate. And hope you did enjoy the live stream. My son is wearing a Chiefs t-shirt. I'm going to rip it off in the 2.5 Hulk style. And also, we have there the houses from Talisa Tua. And also, Dale, your dog says Johnny Long and Strong. But nonetheless, I think that is almost going to be the end of this live stream. I feel that when I put my Warriors jersey on, and they should have put Sam Cane on earlier, says Louis. And go Blues, woo. Says Disruptive. And also, thanks for the live, mate. See you in the next video, says Escaroid. So, yeah, we will see you all. Some of you, we will see in about 55 minutes for that Chiefs, or not the Chiefs, sorry, for New Zealand versus England. And some of you we will get to see tomorrow. And also, HSS Jolly Longstrong. I should also mention we have got Leinster versus the Bulls tomorrow morning. It is 6:35 p.m. kickoff, but we will be starting at about 6:30. So be sure to check that one out as well. But thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And also check out the Kiwi Lads Sport if you haven't already. Be sure to check out the Kiwi Lads podcast as well. That went up on the Kiwi Lads Gaming. We talked about our semi-final or our quarterfinal predictions and whatnot, and everything along those lines, plus a few random stories along the way. And Hoya says so. And also thanks so much, and the Kiwi crew. And defense wins final, says Isaac. And you're making 225 tackles. Certainly will get you a long way towards it. A much love chat, big love, peace, and blessings to you all. Cheers, says Johnny Long and Strong. And Warriors need to come home, NRL, says Mark. So yeah, hopefully they have got a few home games coming up in the near future. And we will have to wait and see how it goes. And great game come on the Blues, says Rugby Itch. And also ATK as well, says Disruptive. And also final will be this side of the Tassie, Tassie, regardless of the Blues winning. Come on, the Blues. And also what's your next game, Kiwi lads? We are going to be doing the matchup between New Zealand and England for the cricket. That is starting in about 55 minutes time. And then after that, we have got Bulls versus Leinster as our next game after that one. And thanks for the commentary, my bro, bloody hell. Chiefs. And there says Dexter, and also, hey, bro, stay safe, says Disruptive right back at you. But thank you all very much for tuning in. I will see you all a little bit later on, and we will see you all